You were the one that said Saturday or Sunday is a good night.
I was all. I put my
Or,
daughter to
or
bed. I was comfortable in the living room, taking my work laptop to do a little bit of work while we watch some TV, and then all of a sudden, ding, 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 ding. I'm like, who's the bastard singing right next to me?
you should have known it was me.
Well, after I saw it, I'm like, shit.
Eh, I sent Tunic a message, a direct message on Discord. I hadn't heard from him. I assumed that he would have seen the Discord in the chat channel as well as maybe the post on Facebook, but I
I
haven't
should
heard
have.
anything. In
Yeah.
theory, yeah. But in the meantime, I'm just going to be controlling him. If he shows up, he shows up. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Okay.
So, um, we're ready to get started.
Yeah, I'm just loading up now. There. Hang on.
Okay.
I sent you something
Uh,
on Discord, Gar.
all right. Enough of the drawings.
Chili's like, I'm so glad that doesn't happen during WoW raids.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. So, two things real quick. I double checked the rules on attacks of opportunity. You cannot cast a spell as an attack of opportunity unless you have the War Mage feat, and you guys coming up on level 4, so that's an option available to you. But the way of attacks of opportunity work, they are always melee attacks with melee weapons or with a unarmed strike, one of the two. So
I hate to be the wet blanket, Killy, but your microphone is really crunchy.
Yeah, I think your fan is blowing right into it or something. You literally sound.
as I said,
No. Killy, it actually didn't sound like the fan. It sounded like
Yeah, it didn't
something
sound like
was
a fan. It sounded like
crunchy.
the mic was going out.
Like
Bag of
because
chips.
he
like you had
because
like a
he
bag of chips or something and we're fucking with it.
It's like you had Velcro there and you're just ripping it apart and putting it together over and over and over.
anyway. Am I coming through okay now?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
coming through fine now.
Okay.
Whatever that was.
Okay, I turned the shit off.
Killy's like sweating like a champ. He's like, God damn these guys.
The sacrifices I make for you people.
Invest in an air conditioner.
I have an air conditioner. The damn thing just turned on you. Anyway, so attacks of opportunity. That's how those work. Secondly, may the fourth be with you.
May the fourth be with you.
Oh man.
It always creeps up on me. Like I start looking around the house. Who's playing that music?
Oh, that's funny.
Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm actually Okay, there we go. I had to turn up my output volume for my speakers, like, or my headphones. I couldn't hear you. Gilly, if you play Rorn's character, are you going to run up to something and forget to attack and try to run away?
His character may or may not die. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so to recap from last time, after having fought your way within the halls of Kundrakar through the front door of all things, you managed to find a secret passage leading into what appeared to be some sort of old barracks that had been occupied by a bunch of orcs. They appeared to be surprised about the secret passage, not knowing that it would lead straight into the barracks itself. And after having cleared out the way, you kind of used that spot to funnel. Use that spot to funnel or otherwise create a choke point, where you fought a number of waves of orcs as they tried to push their way against you. Having managed to succeed, you took a little bit of time to rest, hoping that you could kind of situate yourselves. But before venturing too much further into the dwarven redoubt of Kundrakar, you opened a pair of double doors, menacing, with a human bloodied skull in front of it, and were practically ambushed by two large dire wolves, both of which seemed to be controlled by a large ogre. During the course of the fight, it seemed for a moment that you had lost your monk. However, while drifting soullessly within the twisting nether, within the astral plane, rather, you came across a spiritual being you can totally describe as a god who had a cock-shaped round world. He bestowed upon you some sort of blessing, so it seemed, allowing you to come back to life and rejoin the fight, ensuring that you wound up victorious against this foe. However, in the process, it seemed that your member had shrunk a little bit. Within the chest, within the hoard of the ogre, you found, Will, a rapier which sang a particularly popular ballad by a traveling troubadour group known as AC/DC. And you think it has the power to sing many more, not necessarily from AC/DC. You traveled further into the keep, and it seemed, after taking yet another rest from that harrowing battle, that any remnant of the orcs within the upper floor seemed to have otherwise vanished, and with it, as well as possibly a couple of prisoners that had been taken along with them. While venturing on, you found what appeared to be a questionable chamber, and more often, or more notably, a questionable door, which you tried to spend the better part of half an hour trying to figure out how to open, only to find that, yeah, the door was trapped, and behind it was the counterweight that controlled the trap, and that was it.
If I say this real fast, does anybody else get this reference? We thought it was a gazebo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you ventured down into the rest of the citadel, into what appears to be some sort of large natural cave that serves as the better part of this redoubt. And there are natural stone steps carved out here and there. And as you've wandered in, you fought against some interesting creatures that seem to be a mixture of both a bat and a mosquito, and while not particularly difficult, have proven to be more than a little annoying, sapping health from at least a few of you. Where you are now, you are on a pair of stone steps that descends down into a natural cavern. The steps themselves rise as a sort of ravine underneath the better part of this part of the chamber. The river across from you is not especially deep, maybe 2 or 3 feet, but flows at a fairly rapid pace to the south into an overhang, which, if you got on your hands and knees, you could probably crawl through. Alternatively, there's a passage directly to your west, as well as one to your southwest. Diamond Bears, where would you like to go?
Let's do the old Will sneak ahead.
I
Scout
like the old Will
stealthily?
sneak ahead stealthily.
That's our bread and butter, right? That's our exploration bread and butter.
I like it.
Let's do
All right.
it. Will scout out this passage here. Everyone else will wait. Any trouble crossing?
The stream itself is fast moving, but is not so deep as to be difficult crossing.
Can
So-
he leap it? It's only 5 feet across.
Probably without
Running jump to try to.
Yeah, you don't have to make any sort of roll. It's pretty easy. It's a thin enough stream that you're able to succeed.
Great. All right, so
If
I'm
you
going to sneak over here.
All right. As you do, go ahead and make a
And,
stealth check.
Alrighty, hold on, I gotta bring up my sheet. Where's my sheet, man? I gotta find my sheet.
Why he's finding his stealth check. I was reading something the other day, Kelly, because I was trying to get it straight in my head.
Mhm.
Apparently, I can do a two-handed strike followed by an unarmed strike.
So the way the two-handed strike followed by an unarmed strike works is with a two-handed strike, that would count as your action to attack. The unarmed strike would count as your flurry of blows because it allows you an extra attack action. By making a one-handed attack with the staff, you use your second, or you use your bonus action rather, to essentially strike with your unarmed weapon. With your unarmed strike.
I'm going to find that article again because it was on the 5e website. Apparently, because I'm a monk, as long as it's a simple weapon or a monk weapon, I can do a two-handed strike, an unarmed, and a flurry of blows. I'll find it again. I just want you to read it to see if...
All
I
right.
found it while looking for something else, basically.
Okay.
But for now, we'll just go the way we've been going so far there.
All right. Will, as you stealth ahead, I'll pull it up while you're talking about here, or see if I can find details about the information there. All right. Will, as you're scouting ahead, you make your way into a tunnel of sorts. There are more than a few passages that branch into this cavern. It has a fairly high ceiling, about maybe 35 feet or so ahead up. To your north is a carved square-mouthed tunnel that shows that someone has been at work in these caves. you see to the northeast is a gate made of what appears to be rough-hewn timber blocks, and it blocks the passage there. There are 3 other passages thin that lead off towards different directions in the south. As you approach this cavern, there is the stench of animal. You're not sure what kind, but it smells like animals.
Okay. What I will do is instead, I won't progress in. I'll come back to the river and report to my fellows what you just said.
Okay.
And then I'm going to scout down here a little bit. Peek around the corner.
Okay. All right. Looking at this, Garen, the rough text from martial arts, and you might be right now that I look at this. When you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action. So under the unarmed martial arts rules, I think, yeah, you might be right now that I look at this.
And,
so you could make a two-handed weapon strike and then follow through with an unarmed strike or another monk weapon.
Yes, that's exactly the paragraph I read, and I was like, I want to run it by you first.
Yeah, under typical rules that wouldn't be true, but under the martial arts rules, I guess that's true. So, all right, we'll keep that in mind for future. Okay, Pandas, you're peeking in here. It is dark in this cavern. The ceiling as well is high, and above you, you can see some natural phosphorescence that kind of gives an eerie glow to this chamber, including the phosphorescence glows off of something that sparkles in the ceiling, giving a sort of glimmer. More importantly, as you kind of peer into this chamber, you see at least a dozen sarcophagi that line the walls of this chamber. It looks like there's also a ravine that drops down off to the east.
Got it. Wow. Sarcophagi.
Or sepulchres.
High risk, high return. Okay. My friends catch up and I let them take a look for themselves. Be careful. We don't know if we approach what might come out of those sarcophagi. We have a history with sarcophagi.
We have a history with every room empty or not.
And you said there was something here where the river went into the wall.
Yeah, it flows underneath an overhang. If you got in your hands and your knees, you could probably crawl through it.
Could we send a snake?
Okay.
A snack.
Yeah, send the snake.
Are you sending the schneck through the holes? All right. I assume you're doing that, Miles, Kurt.
Druid.
Druid.
No.
No.
I know it was too quiet.
Yeah.
No, we can't.
How about now?
There you
Yeah,
we can.
there you go.
Yes, I want to send the snake.
Okay.
It simultaneously, and then he's like, "Yeah, do you want to do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I just said it." Didn't you? Oh, all right.
Okay. All right. Sending the snake through. Peering into this cavern. Your snake can see the as it kind of flounders through the river here and flows along a swift stream. There are the bodies, rather a bunch of grisly trophies that kind of make up this part of the, including a couple of what appears to be orcs that have been butchered and staked with crude wooden stakes along the cavern the cavern walls rather, and the floor.
I think we should get our intrepid thief Rorn to stealth through there and see if he can see anything else.
If I'm role-playing this correctly, Rorn's going to outright refuse and take 2 steps back.
I was going to say, this is going to quickly turn into Weekend at Warren's.
The snake comes back through and is like, and I'm like, "Yeah, hey guys, yeah, there's some dead bodies on the other side. They look like orcs, apparently. I don't know.
Do we want to? Do we want
go
to?
through?
Do we want to?
I might also add for your benefit that some of the other trophies that are along the wall appears to be different sort of game animals.
We've got some hunters on our hands here. I say we definitely go in. I'll show them who the real ranger is."
You know what? Let's go.
I'm down with it.
All right, I'll.
Will?
So what is the
As
marching
Will
order?
shakes his head.
All right. Okay.
Hey, you know what's
So-
awesome? Let's all not stand in the hallway this time, so
Okay.
we can actually move.
Okay. Before you finish moving,
Uh-huh.
hang on. Before you finish moving,
Okay.
as Tuck and Kurt make their way inside the chamber, as you kind of two things. First off, as you enter the chamber here, there's a foul stench, and as you kind of just begin to get your bearings, from seemingly in the middle of nowhere, you are assaulted by two large lizard-like creatures.
Oh, nowhere my ass. They were right beside me.
So they get a surprise round on the both of you,
Surprised.
and they get 3 attacks.
Oh.
You have a horrible snack.
So,
Can't see shit.
Miles,
Didn't even. I asked to look around.
First-
Didn't even ask for perception.
first it's going to attempt to bite you,
No one ever listens to me.
and misses. Then it's going to slice at you twice with its claws. And I
Shit
believe
can't hit.
14
Broadside of a barn.
All right.
Hey,
Or Tuck. Tuck. It'll bite and then claw at you. The bite is a 16 versus your armor class.
Oh, yes.
All right, you're taking 6 points of damage there. And then 2 claws. A 22 and an 8. So you're taking that other 4 points of damage. Now I'd like you all to roll initiative.
Okay, wait. I have a quick question.
Yes.
We are not in the room yet, correct? So
You are not.
technically,
I mean,
we don't know what's going on in that room yet, right?
Not yet,
Still-
unless you've heard the screams of your companions.
I've heard screams of my companions, but before I roll initiative, can I see at least the other side of that, like through the gully?
No,
Okay.
not really. It's kind of the water's kind of covering it up. You'll have to crawl through first.
Damn it. Sorry, guys. I was trying to get inventive.
Okay.
All right.
We appreciate the effort.
I might add for your benefit, it's going to cost you about 10 feet of movement to,
Well,
or rather,
if I could,
I'm sorry, about 15 feet of movement to get through.
if I could see the other side, it wouldn't cost me any movement at all.
Well, yes.
Um.
Okay.
Hold on. Initiative. Ba, 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 ba.
All right. Did add you. All right. Kurt, you're at the top of the initiative order. You got these 2 lizard-like creatures, and from your history studying this, you know this is called a troglodyte. They're crude, though fast. They can hide with a chameleon-like skin, and they also tend to stink really, really badly. A troglodyte.
EU.
That's what I call my parents.
They look.
Given
Like
my
this.
scimitars here.
Actually, believe it or not, the character token pretty much subbed that up.
Yeah, I imagine. But it's all the same. All right.
Yeah.
You little
The
guy.
one near me, his head is going to be facing the other way shortly.
All right. Miles, what are you, or Kurt,
I
rather, what
give-
are you doing? Okay.
Give him the old. I did not mean to roll with advantage if I did. I did. I'm sorry. Well, the
Okay.
16 and the 8.
We'll count the 16 and the 8. So the 16 will hit, so he'll take that 6 points of damage there.
My question. On my first turn against someone who hasn't attacked, but he had a surprise round, so I don't know how that works. Is this technically he has not attacked, or he has? I don't know. I don't know.
He would have taken his action. Technically, the way surprise works is it's round 0, and because you're surprised, you don't take your actions on that turn. So he would have acted already. And as you start your turn, I actually need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
Nice.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah, I hit him with the 6 points of damage, and that's
Yep.
it.
Yep. Okay. All right. Kent, you're up next.
Okay, can I get to here in, would you say it would be about half my movement speed?
From there to there, you have maybe about 15 feet of movement left.
Now, I'm up.
Yep.
Can I Misty Step as a bonus action to here?
Yep.
All right.
And-
And I'm going to turn around and Flaming Hands both of those.
Okay.
Hold on. Burning Hands, rather. I keep saying Flaming.
All right. The Troglodyte on the left will not succeed. The second on the right will. So, you watch as the one on the left, the fire mystically and magically moves around Kurt, managing to save him from any sort of harm as part of your natural proactivity to this sort of magic. However, it engulfs that particular creature, and you watch as it practically gets burned alive and hisses and screams.
Now,
For the one on the right,
I think that should take half, but it's not linking the actual spell. Am I wrong?
the one on the right will take half damage.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
11. It's rounded
yeah.
up, so he's taking 6 points of damage.
Okay.
All right, but he's still standing. He's though badly burned.
Okay, so let me subtract 2 spells from here.
I'm alive, just very badly burned.
Yep. Tuck, as you start your turn, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Of course you. Oh, yeah.
You're good to go. The stench of this creature is overpowering, but you manage to fight through it.
Right. Well, the other one died on 11, so I'm going to take my chances on this. I will Dragon Tail.
Okay. Since we learned what we
Do I
learned,
do
I'm just
anything
gonna
else?
assume you can do your unarmed strike if you wish. I will say, just the 24 is going to be enough, and the damage is going to be strong enough that you clock this thing up and it falls down. So
Good.
all right. You're out of combat. Your monk is pretty badly injured.
Okay.
Cure wounds. Come over
Hey-
here.
hey,
Let me
look.
touch you.
Hey, look, Rorn showed up. He's going to give me...
Yes.
If he watches that episode, he's going to give me shit.
It's just like he's actually here.
He's going to respond. Oh, it seems like you guys got this. I'm just going to...
Oh, good. A whole 4 hit points. Thank you.
We are out
Again.
of healing potions real
I
fast,
tried my
right?
best.
I believe
No, I
you
have one still.
I believe you have one. Yeah.
All right, well, hang on to that.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I figured I was going to keep.
I'd like to...
Just-
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say I was going to keep my healing potion. For now.
I'd just like to see if we can see if there are any more of these around. Maybe perception check or something.
Sure. If you want to make a perception check, you can. Okay. You're kind of listening around, kind of waiting and watching, and as you kind of look around, despite the stench of these bodies that are kind of stinking up the place, it's kind of hard to discern by smell where anything is, but you don't otherwise see or hear anything.
Okay. I should
Tuck, you
still have a
don't-
lit torch, just so is it would that have gone out while I traverse the thing?
Technically, Rorn's holding the unending burning candles.
Oh,
just
that's
giving you a
right.
light source.
Okay.
Can we search these trogs and see if they have anything on them?
Sure.
Or the
Make a
bodies
perception check.
around them.
And the bodies, yeah.
Like if they have trophies, they might have the, trophies of value put somewhere.
Some sort of survival roll to see why I couldn't see them when I entered and why they were hiding so well, or how they were hiding so well.
You can make a survival check or a nature check, either or. So, from your experience, troglodytes have a chameleon-like skin, which is especially effective in the dark. It basically allows them to blend in with their surroundings, and it makes them nigh on impossible to see.
Oh well, shit.
Even with dark vision?
Even with dark vision,
I
Vision
they
different
essentially
rays,
they
probably
basically can blend in with their environment like chameleons. So unless you look really really hard at just the right spot, they're nigh on impossible to look at while they're hiding.
I say to my friend Kurt, I say, have you ever seen the plays they put on in town? One particular one about the army commando and the alien predator. Can you see shit like that?
Talking about, but I lack that ability,
Damn.
sadly.
Okay.
Is dead
Now-
body?
Yes, if you're going to inspect the bodies of the troglodytes or anything, go ahead and just make perception checks as you go along. Okay. Kurt, are you inspecting the dead bodies of the orcs or the game
The dead
animals?
one's on the ground.
Okay. And peering through those bodies, there's nothing of value per se on them. Looking around at them and the way they're kind of staked around, you have every reason to believe that maybe the bodies are serving as meat for the troglodytes. But gauging by how many there are, it's easy to assume that those two aren't the only two down here.
Okay, I'll relay that info. These are my thoughts and opinions.
Okay.
I'll look at the game on the walls, guys.
The
I'm more
game.
than willing to keep doing perception rolls. There's
Right.
another 21. Boom.
All right. The game is the animals that kind of staked around. Some of them seem to be relatively normal cave creatures, maybe a couple of bats or anything. But for the most part, you see maybe one or two, mostly eaten away, bodies of the bears. As you continue along further south into this cave, you do notice that the stream continues down into what appears to be a large pool. And you also notice there's a passage off to the southwest. However, it seems to be blocked by a crude sort of door made out of mud and entwined twigs.
Where's the store? Can you ping?
I'll sneak up
Right
to
here.
it.
Right there.
Okay, thank you.
You snuck
sneak
up
up-
to it?
Yeah, I'm sneaking up to it and listening at the door.
Okay. As you do, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh. Drugs.
You hear, although faint, the sound of reptilian feet against the stone floor.
Can he tell what direction it's
South,
in? East or west?
beyond the door.
Beyond the door. Oh, wait. Who pinged?
I think that was Will.
Okay. So, are you saying that is coming from where I'm pinging right now?
It's coming from beyond the door. It's coming in the
Okay.
chamber beyond this crude mud and water door.
What are we thinking, guys?
Well, you know, I would hate to leave these creatures out, these horrible creatures, to waylay any other folks that come down here. I mean, yeah, it's killed some orcs, but it looks like it could kill anyone.
I agree. They smell too rotten for us to leave alive.
Death to them all. Let's go.
And this is where Killy starts to laugh.
This is where things start to get interesting, is what you mean. Okay. The door here is made of this crude material. In order to kind of break through it, whoever it does is going to need to make a strength check.
Well,
Because I've opened doors like this before.
yeah, with help from Rorn.
For me, I'll be back here.
You watch as your ranger grabs like one of the twigs, or try to grab something within the mud to try to pry something open that opens into this door. And as he does, he just kind of
Oh, I have a crowbar.
and a part of the mud kind of gives way a little bit, but it still stands. And he watches your rangers just kind of stuck there, holding a bunch of entwined twigs in his hand.
I think I have a crowbar. I have a crowbar, guys. If anybody wants to give it a shot, but I'm still not that strong.
Whatever you do, you'll do better than I did, clearly.
I will go. I have a crowbar too. I'm gonna stick the crowbar in this weird door thing.
Okay, go ahead and make your
straight check.
go ahead and make it with advantage since you're using your crowbar. Okay, you do manage to get the thing open, but it does reverberate a little bit through the chamber. Not super loud, but loud enough to notice.
The door opens then.
Yes, it is open. It
That's
opens
open.
into a passage leading to the south.
Okay. Snack. Go.
Don't judge me.
You know what the bad part though is, Will? You ran into a part of the chamber that we weren't over by, so you have no idea what's over there.
Okay, so you're sending the snake down.
Yeah, just to peer around. It can see in the dark, so we'll see how that goes. Or wait,
Okay.
what? I think it does. Hold on. As blind sight. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck that is, but
That means it can sense even while blinded. It doesn't have dark vision. peering into this chamber, it gets pretty dark.
Well, it must be able to smell and/or sense those bastards.
It smells bad, and it can smell this. It can smell that it smells bad, but it's not otherwise able to kind of see in the dark down there.
The snake says it's too fucking dark. Someone else go.
Before we hit press on, I am going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Sure. Like that spell for me. I believe it gives you. Just like the spell for me, so I got.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Plus dex or something. 13
plus dex. And your dex is +2, right?
It is. Give me 1 second. I just have Mage Armor, so I can cast that 7 more times. Okay. Yes. My dex is. Yeah, my dex is +2.
Yeah, so it's
Mage
your armor class is 15.
Mage Armor Kent. It's his protection. Mage Armor. Mage Armor Kent. There's a song in there. I know it. I gotta find it.
Okay. So.
Oh,
you see what I have to deal with? You see what I have to deal with?
All right, what are you doing?
Down. I'll bring
Alright.
the snake his back up.
I'll follow you in. I just don't want to go first because
I mean,
I'm hurt.
Beautiful animal.
I'll follow Garen.
Around the
Okay.
corner, what do I see?
Peering around the here. Go ahead.
Let's see. Oh shit.
What?
The room's huge. I thought it was going to be a very small room.
Nope.
Okay.
Lot of room.
never mind.
So the passage down here. Unlike the rest of the cavern that you've been in already, the ceiling of this cavern is much lower, and it's maybe only about 2, maybe 3 times as high as the rest of you. And as you look down in here, there are 3 narrow, twisting passages that lead off into the darkness. There's 2 different passages that kind of lead off towards the south. One more towards the southwest, one more towards the southeast, though it's kind of hard to gauge much more even this distance. And then there's one that heads straight north. And as you enter into this room, you hear something scraping and hissing in the dark, and the soft padding of scaly feet on rock.
Okay. Is anyone carrying a torch, or we just like?
I still have one lit if it didn't go out when I was coming under the overhang.
Rorn's got one in the back here. And he's going to just kind of move forward and squeeze behind the rest of you to provide a little bit of additional light in here.
I was going to say, can I throw a lit torch?
Sure.
What would that be? Strength? Like
Depends
if
on.
I wanted to throw it to about here?
It would be dexterity.
Okay. I want to throw it to about here just to light up the room.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Dex.
Light up the room.
Okay. As you throw the torch over in that direction,
Uh-huh.
it begins to light up a little bit of the cavern. And as it does, you watch as almost melted against the darkness and the stone on the edges of the room, the torch lights up what appears to be the camouflage feet of some scaly creatures. And you watch as, realizing that they've been found out, there are 2 more of these troglodyte creatures that hiss and move to attack. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Shit. I rolled a 16.
Yeah, it's on there.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. All right. Rorn will go up first, and having the torch serve as lighting, he's going to pocket the candle, the ever-burning torch, since it doesn't actually cause heat or burn anything. He's going to swing around past the rest of you, and pulling out his 2 rapiers, he's going to attempt to poke that troglodyte. The first will hit, and Okay, and he's going to add his attack bonus to that as well.
Actually, he can't if they're right next to each other, right?
The ruling is you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet. That enemy isn't incapacitated and you don't have disadvantage. So because Kurt is within 5 feet, he's considered an enemy. He still gains the benefit of the sneak attack.
Okay, I thought that's what he said the other night. That's what threw me off.
So he does get the sneak attack, and he actually is going to do enough damage with that first rapier strike and that sneak attack damage that he takes out the first troglodyte in one hit. It's then going to swing around and with this offhand attack the other one, and that one's not going to hit. After he finished off that strike, he's going to step back a few feet. Jafar's turn is next.
Defend me, Jafar.
Okay, yes, that will hit. Your Jafar bites deeply into this thing, and it kind of hisses and squeals back at you. It's looking like it's already on the ropes.
Does my snake see anything north?
Yes, it does. In fact, you would have seen this as well at this point. You can see leading off to the north is a slightly larger, but also another one of these mud and stick sort of doors that kind of blocks the passage.
I'm gonna, I guess, fly up this way away from that guy.
Okay. It's your turn next, Kurt.
From the rapiers. Or scimitars, I'm sorry.
Yes. And you're actually going to do enough damage that you take out this other one. See, they're not so bad. It's not so bad down this way. You're out of combat.
Uh-huh. Until we walk in the next room and there's a boss. I'm going to pick up the torch, assuming it hasn't gone out.
Okay. It's still burning at this point.
Okay.
Rorn's going to pull out his candle as well.
I'm going to see if I can see anything in the room. Maybe search around a little, just in this general vicinity. Like, not going up or down any big passageways.
Okay.
13's my number on perception tonight.
Okay. Even with the 13, you perceive a little bit here. The air here is thick with the smell of troglodyte. The floor in this particular part of the chamber is littered with a bunch of gnawed bones. What the bones come from, you cannot tell.
Illithid.
What do we want to do, guys?
I would think we would want to go south first before we open that door up north, but
Will sneak down this one.
Okay.
And suggest Rorn sneak down this one simultaneously.
Okay. Will, as you're sneaking down in that direction, I'd like you to go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh, come on, big rolls, buddy. Yeah.
Okay. As you sneak along down here, you're kind of peering from the other side of that stone pillar where you are, and peering off into that corner there, you see at least half a dozen female troglodytes guarding what appears to be at least 24 hatchlings, as well as an assortment of what must be troglodyte eggs. They're looking in your general direction and look like they heard something, but they're not quite sure what.
Are they hot?
That depends on you more than it does on them.
Will you tell us you're married to one? Da-da-da! No.
Hey.
Don't let her hear you, man. She'll kick the shit out of you. More adoring fans for William. No, I am not going to.
Run in there and engage.
No. Let's leave them be. We'll suggest we leave them be.
Do you tell us what you found?
Oh, of course.
I don't know, a nest of them? That's even worse than the one or two that we found.
Females and young. You would slaughter females and young.
yeah.
Of evil creatures? Yes.
Yeah, if this is an evil race, like a race, and whether it's evil or just neutral, what do we know about it?
I mean, these what you know about troglodytes. They are only barely semi-sentient. They can speak a few bare words, but for the most part, they're very, very animalistic.
Hmm.
No,
All right.
not me, Synthwolf.
All right. What do you guys
Other way?
think?
What's down here?
In order to pass to that direction, you would have to pass through at the eyes of the other troglodytes.
Okay.
Oh.
What do you guys want to do?
No, we'll try to sneak.
I mean, you can get to that position, but in order to get down here, one of the troglodytes will see you.
Oh, it'll absolutely see me, or do I have to make another stealth check?
You would have to roll. I mean, I'll allow you to make a stealth check, but I'll tell you the DC is going to be really high.
Come on, nat 20.
I'll give it a shot anyway.
Okay.
Hang on. Let's move closer just in case there is.
Yeah. I'll move up.
You know what? Will cast
Sure.
minor illusion here
Sure.
Whoa.
of a flickering light to draw their attention as he makes his sneak.
Okay.
Okay.
As you make as the light kind of looms up in there, you watch as at least two of the female troglodytes begins to move in that direction, and as they do, they catch sight of Kurt and Jafar, and you're able to get down there. But I'd like you all to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Will.
I rolled a 22. God damn it.
I should add, gentlemen, at some point before we venture too far, I'm either going to need to take a short rest or a long rest.
Yeah. I suggest a long rest next there. But...
Because you've got me on one spell slot on level 2 and one spell slot on level 1.
All right. I believe if you've all rolled, Tuck, you're going to go first.
Okay.
I might add for your benefit, Will, that you do get a better view down here. Although the cavern kind of curves off to the right and you can't see from where you are any more distance, that whatever it is that's down there, it sounds like something or somebody eating.
I'm going to hit here
Uh-huh.
and attack the one to my left.
All right, go for it. The 12 will not hit. The 17 will. All right, you bash.
Good. I'm going to do the thing.
All right, 3 blows.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
No. You miss. You get one hit in with the unarmed strike, and she kind of reels, but standing still. All right.
Yep.
Kurt, you're up next. You had at least a half dozen female troglodytes that are concerned for the safety of their eggs. The hatchlings kind of hanging back in the back and hissing at the lot of you rather aggressively.
I guess I'll, not like, I'm the one who hisses here! This one that he just hit in the face.
All right. Yeah, the 14 will hit. The arrow sinks deep into her chest, but she's still standing strong.
Back up into, like, after I shoot. All right.
Move to your left.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. The trogs will go next. This one's going to move up. And as it begins to kind of swing around this part of the rock, it still doesn't notice you, but it's going to swing around up near Tuck. And it's going to attempt to swing at you. First, it's going to attempt to bite you. 15?
Yeah.
All right. Then it's going to attempt to claw you twice.
Nope. Yes. And I'm down.
Your monk's down.
Okay.
The injured one is
For
going
layer
to
in
swing up
hands?
here. The injured one's going to move up here and attempt to strike at your snake. And and
Wow.
No, not the snake.
And I think that's actually going to be its turn. This one's going to move forward, and coming up in this direction, it's going to swing around and bite at Rorn, actually.
Can it through the wall?
It's right now. It's kind of on top of the snake.
There's no wall over there.
Oh, that one. Yeah, sorry.
Yep.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, so the bite's going to miss, and that last attack's going to hit for a little bit. All right. This one's just going to move up a little bit. This one's going to move right up next to Kurt, and then he's going to attempt to attack you.
Good luck.
The 18's going to hit, I'm sure. So you take at least 4 points of damage there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already did
Go ahead
it.
and make a death saving throw for your snake. Yep, that's one success. Will, you're up next. These trogs still haven't noticed you, but your party is being attacked heavily, and your monk just went down.
I'm going to use my rapier to make with the stabby on this shrub.
All right.
Maybe if it hasn't noticed me, I can get advantage on that?
Sure. All out.
Oh, you're the man.
Yes.
Nice.
Your rapier sinks deep into the back of this thing. It is shocked as it does, yeah, it looks hurt, but it's still standing.
Alrighty then.
Are you moving at all?
I'll move to here.
Kent, you're up next.
Oh, I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to burn my burning hands on these 3 trogs right here, and it will not hit the 2 party members that are in front of it.
Yep.
It may hit Kurt's snake though.
Are you able to? If it counts as hitting the snake, it's going to count as one failed death saving throw.
Kurt, your call. I say, Buggy, what do you want me to do?
Man,
I might add for your
if you
benefit.
kill it, it's gonna come out of your pocket.
I might add for your benefit, Kurt. You can revive it, but it costs money. You can't create basically a new body for your pet as part of your stuff, but it costs money. And it costs 8 hours of time as well.
Your call entirely, man.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
No, I couldn't.
Yep. I couldn't before, but
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
All right.
all right.
Oh, fuck. 5. Yeah.
Equal to 1 plus the spell's level, and that's second level, or is that first level?
First level.
First, okay. Yeah, it is. All right. So, Jafar is going to get 1 immediate death saving throw. Rorn and Kurt are safe. The 3 troglodytes have to make their dex saves. Fail, fail, and fail.
Fail. At least that.
So they get lit in flame, but they are still standing. Well, 2 of them are. The one in the back here who got injured earlier goes down. The one who took your monk out. All right. Rorn has to start his turn by making a Constitution saving throw, which he saves, and he's good to go. So he's going to poke those troglodytes with his rapiers. That's going to hit. He'll add sneak attack to it. 9 and 5. All right, so you watch as that troglodyte goes down. He'll take 1 step forward and try to attempt to attack the other one with his offhand rapier. And miss. And then he's going to take 2 steps backwards and 1 step around the corner here. All right, Tuck can make a death saving throw. 1 failure. Kurt, you're up next.
One in front of me still alive, you said?
Yes, he has. Yeah, he's still standing. Right now, there's
Stab him.
2. Yep, so there's 2 engaged, and there's 2 hanging out in the back. All right. Yes, the 20 will connect. It is still standing, but not by much. Looks like he can't take another one of those.
Okay. With the offhand, but I'm sure that missed, so that's all I had.
Yes, it does. All right. Are you done moving then? All right.
I don't know. Yeah. Sorry.
You can't. You can move, but you trigger an attack of opportunity unless you want to swing around out to the south a bit. Pan, I'm hearing a lot of background noise.
Sorry.
Sorry, Druid. What were you saying? I can't hear you.
I'm not
now
going to move.
again. Oh, you're not. Okay.
No.
All right. Okay. So the Trogs will go up next then. All right. So the one that's starting its turn next to you is going to attempt to attack you again. First with a bite, twice with its claws. That 16 will hit. All right. And this one is going to.
I'm at
attack.
17 with my helmet. That does not connect.
Oh yes, you're correct. All right. So you do not take that 5 point. Yeah, you're right. So the one to the south here will attack Will. 23 will hit. The 21 will hit, and the 24 will hit.
My lord.
6, 12, 16 points of damage coming your way.
Ouch.
Is he still alive?
Do I need to make some sort of save for that?
No, but I might throw out for your benefit. Well, I guess cutting words wouldn't really save you, not with those kind of rolls.
No.
All right. So you don't make any sort of saving throw or anything. You just get hurt really, really hard.
Okay.
The remaining 2 troglodytes are going to stay down here and kind of defend the eggs.
Reagan, keep it down, you adult.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe I will buy that microphone before the chair, you know, guys?
All right. Make a death saving throw for the snake.
All right.
Come on, high roll.
Yep, that's a second success. Will, you're up next. You got this other troglodyte engaged with you. Your monkey is down unconscious beside you.
I'm going to move here to allow Rorn to help me. And then I'm going to attack with my rapier. Ooh.
No, not enough.
I'm going to add a die of bardic inspiration.
Yeah, go for it.
Why not?
Doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that'll do it. So
Yay,
that'll
all right.
allow your rapier to connect, and it does enough damage that you slice this thing in twain, and it falls down before you.
In twain?
I feel like I've been
Smashing its right
falling
asunder.
for 30 minutes.
All right, Kent, you're up next. The closest troglodyte is up here is still alive, but just barely.
Yeah, I don't have many options, so I am going to cast Firebolt at it.
Go for it.
That's always
Yes.
good.
Enough. It ignites this thing in flame, and this hurried, hurt creature goes down before you.
Okay. I'm going to move up 1 square after that.
Sure.
Oh, shit. Got the thing on. Hold on. There we go.
Okay. Rorn's going to move up to about here, sidestepping around the monk to provide some cover.
He's like,
Pulling
I'm here
out-
to help!
Pulling out a dagger, he's going to attempt to chuck it at one of the troglodytes in the back and hit. You watch as a dagger sinks deep into the arm of one of the remaining defending troglodytes down here. The baby's looking a little concerned and beginning to hiss. And then after that connects, he's going to just sidestep back around behind there. Tuck, go ahead and make another death saving throw.
Come on, Tuck.
You're up on your feet.
Nice.
All right. You're up on your feet with 1 hit point.
Does that mean
There
I
are
can
2.
move?
That means you can move, yes. You can move 15 feet because it costs you half your movement to get up. Well, or I guess half your movement, you have more movement than that, so whatever half your movement is.
Like
I'd have
25
22,
feet.
22.5 feet, I guess.
Yeah.
25 or 20?
We'll give you 25.
Okay, hang on. Got to measure.
With 1 hit point, he's charging.
No, I'm not.
What a hero.
I'm throwing my staff at the one down there. 20 yards.
The southernmost one is the one that is most injured.
The most injured?
Yeah, because the other one over here hasn't taken any hits yet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hit the southernmost one. I
It's the
should
one
be
that just
able
got
to
hit
see
with the
it.
dagger.
Yeah.
You'll have to move down maybe 1 square in order to get a good angle on it. But otherwise, yes.
I will move down 1 square then.
You could go over the dead body, couldn't you? Or is that a hole in the?
Oh, it's fine. I'll move back 20 feet after, or 15. Yeah, 20 feet after.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it at the guy at the bottom.
Go for it.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Your quarterstaff literally goes through the skull of this thing. And it
And
just
then
kind
I
of collapses back as all of the children and hatchlings watch in horror.
And I snap my staff back to my side.
Okay. You watch as the corpse collapses with a hole in its head.
And I'm going to move back here.
All right. Kurt, you're up next.
I give my pet the cure wounds.
All right. The pet gets cure wounds. Yes, your snake is
Not
back
the
on his feet.
party member with the 1 hit point.
That's
Right.
the most damage I've ever seen, I think, in one single hit so far.
A good
19?
crit for sure.
Yeah.
19.
Kurt, are you moving anywhere?
Let's see how far I have to go. Nah.
Okay. All right. So, Will, from where you are, you watch as from the southernmost chamber are 3 more of these things, these ones male. As if they've been drawn by the sounds of combat and the sounds of their frightened children. And one of them's going to move right up next to you and attack.
Oh, please stay alive.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Miss.
Oh,
Miss.
critical miss.
And hit. The last one will hit, and you watch as your bard takes, unless, I guess the cutting word still wouldn't do it now with the 22. You watch as your bard takes a hit and goes down.
All right.
Yay.
This last troglodyte's going to move forward. And it's going to, with the snake in the way, attempt to attack the snake. Your snake goes down again. Nope. No, it
Plus
doesn't.
16.
13. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, here, no, never mind. Your snake is fine. It slithers around. All right. Hiss. All right. Jafar is up next.
Hit him in the fucking face.
Nice.
You bite his fucking face.
Yeah, or her fucking face, I guess.
You bite her
Yeah.
fucking face. She's still standing, but barely.
And then Jafar does what flying snakes do best. He runs away.
Can he?
Is that what
Yeah, he
Rorn
doesn't
is?
take opportunity attacks.
Okay. Will, make a death saving throw for me.
Come on, come on.
Come on.
Come on, high roller.
Where is that on my sheet?
It'll
Oh,
be in the
I got
middle
it,
of your...
I got it.
Yes, that's one success.
How do you gauge a success?
If it's 10 or higher, it's a
Higher.
success. If it's a 9 or
Ah.
lower, it's a failure.
Hooray for me. I live.
For now. Kent, you're up next.
Is this one still alive right here?
I die
but
slower.
barely.
All right. Because I want to take care of the most immediate threat, I will cast Firebolt at that.
Go for it. Yes. That burns the last female alive, and it goes down and dies.
Okay. I'm going to shift over to this side of the tunnel.
Did I get rid of your snake? Yeah, I did. Can you drag your snake token back over there?
It flew away.
No, it
Yeah,
flew
my
away.
snake's
Just
way
up
up-
now.
Well, it's all the way back there. I see. All right.
All
I was just getting rid of the troglodyte token so I could give you a little bit more room for you to see it. Like, did I delete the snake? Oops. All right. Rorn, you said Tuck has the remaining healing potion on his person?
Yes.
Okay. He's going to attempt to grab it from you, if he can, just straight from your belt. My question
only
is,
have
do
a
you...
belt.
He's going to grab it from wherever the hell you keep it.
So as Rorn touches my belt and grabs the healing potion.
You're going to allow him to grab it?
Yes.
Okay. He's going to run over here, and he's going to shove it down Will's throat.
I love
Which
how we.
I know it's not... Well, I know it's not what he would probably roleplay it as, but I don't want your fucking bard to die yet. So, Will, you get 7 hit points back.
Who's dying? I made my death saving throw, but that's okay. I'll take it.
If I were role-playing him correctly, he'd drink the potion himself. But whatever. Tuck, you're up next.
Can I see the front troglodyte from here?
Yes.
I
But it's
will
going to get a little
throw-
bit of cover from where it is compared to your angle.
Well, screw it. I can move. It doesn't matter. Hang on. If I go here, if I go to where Rorn is at, can I see it clearly?
Can you go around the other way? You've got a shitload of movement.
You could roll
Yeah.
around in this direction.
Okay,
I might
let's
add for
do
your
that.
benefit. They're not going to combat against you likely. They're kind of scared and terrified of you at this point, but there's a lot of little baby troglodytes that are kind of running around scared.
Yeah, I'm gonna move here, which is 15, and
Sure.
I get a clear line of sight now.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit.
9 in the face.
Yes, 9 in the face. He hisses in frustration. You make any other movement?
I'm gonna snap the dragon tail back to me, and I'm going to move here.
Okay. Kurt, you're up next.
Perfect. I'll move.
Your monk is still sitting at 1 hit point.
Now. Whoops, did not know that. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on my monk.
Cute.
4 hit points.
I'll
Final
take it.
spell
I'll
slot.
take anything right now.
All right, are you making any sort of movement?
Move
Kurt.
like here.
Jafar is next.
Really far away, didn't I?
Kinda.
How much movement does he have? 60.
60. Yeah.
I
I'll fly
would-
on top of Will. Give a few hisses and be like, I got him. Here's the bite.
Oh.
No, not enough.
And then I'll move 20 back. Oh, hello, friend.
I do.
That's my turn.
Okay. Will, you're up next.
Okay. Will's going to take a disengage action
Sure.
and move back.
Okay.
I can actually go there, and I will.
Will, as you start your turn, I'd like to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. The stench of the troglodytes, because it's of its proximity as you begin to move, begins to kind of overwhelm you. And as you do, you can't help but feel a little bit sick to your stomach. You are considered poisoned.
What does that mean?
That means you have disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks while poisoned.
All right, thanks for the heads up.
I might remember or add for your benefit that you do have antitoxin on your person.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. Thank you.
All right, Kent, you're up next.
I would like to move to here. And can I see that trog there?
Yes.
And he is still up and standing? Yes.
Yes.
Firebolt.
All 3 of them are. All right. Not enough. Your fireball goes wide and hits the part of the natural cavern that makes up this area.
Okay, I'm going to stay there.
All right. Warren's going to move up. And as he does, he's going to attempt to attack with his rapier.
Oof.
And then swing with his offhand.
Excuse me. Oh, my lord.
And then he's going to back the fuck up.
Because it didn't do anything else useful, so might as well.
Why start now?
Tuck, you're up next.
God damn it. 10.
Not that I want them to go, but when do the troglodytes go? I don't see them in the.
They rolled a 20 originally. The other ones rolled a 20. I don't know that we rolled a separate one for that.
No, they should share the same dexterity that they had before.
I think when you killed off the final female, it disappeared off the board.
Yeah, it must have. So I'll just add it back in.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm going to. It would be me still, or
yeah,
Kurt?
I'm sorry. It's you still.
I'm going to sneak over here next to Kurt, and I'm going to throw my staff at Dingledorf again.
All right.
Dingledorf.
Oh, look at that.
Where were these rolls when we were fighting the ogre?
The ogre was getting them.
I was dead. Just saying.
All right. That one goes down before you.
Okay, I will move back a little tiny bit here to.
Okay. Kurt, you're up next.
I'm gonna move 10 feet to my right and shoot this guy in the face.
Go for it. Yes. Your arrow doesn't find the face, but it does find a nasty part of the chest that looks like to be a major artery, and it hisses in frustration. And you watch also at this point as more than a few of the little hatchlings kind of begin to flee in that direction.
In what direction? Oh, like
towards the remaining guys who are alive.
Okay, I'm not gonna stop him. I guess.
All right.
Oh,
Are you moving at all?
Back to where I was.
Okay. The remaining ones will push forward in a desperate bid to defend their colony.
when you say hatchlings, right?
Mhm.
How big are we talking?
Yeah, it's about the size of those little tiny baby dinosaurs that you see in Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Don't know how better to describe it.
No,
They're not much bigger than maybe your foot.
Okay, that's fine.
They are not aggressive towards you. In fact, they are scared to death of you, and they've retreated back into that portion of the cavern. The two remaining male
Stop
troglodytes.
one and make it.
What's that?
Does it look like I could adopt one and train it and
Oh,
teach it the way?
you know what? They're not really beasts, but you're also the guy who managed to get a fucking dragon on your side. So sure, why the hell not?
I'll cradle it.
All right. It's right now they're away from you. Right now they're away from you. But
No, this is future talk. You know,
Okay,
let's
okay.
finish this up and then I'll go grab one.
Before you do that, the one of the daddies here is going to attempt to kill you
Oh
Crit.
my lord!
and hit and hit.
Oh my lord!
All right, so you're looking at 10, 13, 17 points of damage. You're down to 4 hit points. All right, the other one's going to go up right next to Rorn. Start with a bite, finish with a claw, and this third claw is going to attack you, Kent.
And
That's the one I shot before.
That will hit me.
Okay, your rogue is down.
Which one is the one I shot with my arrow?
It's the one right next to you.
Okay, cool.
Jafar's up next.
No! He's gonna fly over and.
No, yeah.
No,
Oh,
he's not.
never mind. The one next to you, you could push it gently with your fist, and it should die.
Not this little thing isn't pushing anything. I don't think.
I just find it impressive that even with a fail, it's still a 7.
Right?
All right. Will, you are poisoned, but you have retreated behind the rest of your compatriots. You heard as your rogue has gone down and your ranger has been critically injured.
Well, we'll move here, and we'll cast, let's see, 5, 10, 15, so I still have half my move.
Yep.
We'll cast Cure Wounds on Rorn.
All right.
Just do that. I'm going to use a second level spell slot to do
Sure.
so. So refresh my memory again. How I do it with.
You just click on it. It should ask you to cast at what level. Unless I said
Got it. Okay, so that's my action on Rorn.
Yes, that will be your action, and that's 14 hit points back to him.
Okay, and then as a bonus action, I will quaff one of the antitoxins.
All right, sure.
You've let us drink potions as a bonus action before. If that's not the case, then that's fine. I won't do it.
I'll allow it. 48 toxin, I'll allow it. So you're no longer poison.
All right, and then I'm going to use my remaining movement to move back 15.
All right.
No, I take that back. I was here. I'll move back here.
Okay. Kent, you're up next. And I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure. Saving throw.
You're good.
Okay. I am too close to this thing to disengage from it without really doing anything. I'm going to whack it with my staff.
Good. Go for it.
You just want me to roll the wisdom. All right, and I will expend the charge.
All right. Not enough, unfortunately.
Oh, well, it didn't hit, so I don't expend the charge. And I'm just going to...
Strength modifier -1. Roll 1. Damage 0. Even if it would have hit, you would have done 0 damage.
You know what? Before we end that thought,
Yes.
as the troglodyte swings out of the way and backs up, you're kind of a little pissed that the staff doesn't seem to connect, but you watch as almost in slow motion, dark necromantic tendrils begin to kind of weave their way from the staff, and they claw into the troglodyte itself. And as that happens, I would like you to roll just a D8, a straight up D8.
That's not on the description.
Nope.
All right, hold on.
Not on the label.
Okay. You watch as this troglodyte creature kind of roars in pain, and as these tendrils, these dark, twisty tendrils, begin to kind of grasp around its eyes and its throat, but it is still alive.
It's like a hentai. Okay.
Can we name the staff? Does it have a name, or can we name it?
You watch as Rorn's compass begins to glow.
Oh Lord!
It's still spinning, but it's glowing, just a little bit brighter.
Okay. So it roared, and did it get hurt, or did it?
It seems like Rorn didn't get hurt, but it seems like the troglodyte got hurt.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm just going to stay here because I don't know what the fuck the staff just did, and now I'm really curious as to what it just did.
Okay. Rorn's going to go next. He's going to attack this thing with his rapiers quickly. The 14 will connect. He'll add the sneak attack. Ow.
Holy shit!
With one hard stab of the rapier, he watches that troglodyte goes down. He's then going to kind of deftly leap across it as it dies, swing back around, and attempt to attack the other one with his offhand. And unfortunately not going to do enough. And he's just going to back up in this direction a little bit. Tuck, you're up next.
Can I see the one from here?
Yes. Yes, that will connect. And we are going to count it as a one hand when you throw it because you're throwing it kind of like a javelin.
Sure.
So this thing's barely standing, but is still standing.
I'm going to back away.
Okay. Kurt, you're up next. This last trog-like creature is on the ropes.
I think it looks.
What?
Do I think it looks especially dexterous? Like if I were to make a dexterity saving throw, it could succeed.
He did mention that at the start. That
it doesn't look any more dexterous. It doesn't look any more dexterous than any just normal creature.
I'm just gonna hit it. Never mind.
All right. The 12 will not connect. The 22 does. You watch as this final creature finally falls before your blade. Battered, bloody, and bruised though you are now out of combat.
So, you guys okay?
No, we're not.
Who needs healing?
Almost
anyone in single digits?
Yep.
No.
I'm at 5.
You could take a short rest, and that only takes up an hour.
Okay, short rest it is. Half an hour for me?
Half hour for you.
And use some hit die. Can I use more than one?
You can use as many hit die and a short rest as you wish.
Would you guys like to go back over to this general vicinity? Because there's a
I
door
want to.
blocking shit
I
to
want
the
to be next
north.
to these.
You want to
What's
be
that?
next to the babies?
Okay.
No,
You watch.
no.
They're
no.
down
Yeah.
to the south, which you haven't
Okay,
explored in
here
that
I'll
direction.
send. I'm gonna move up here, and I wish you guys would as well. And I'll send the snake to investigate what's in that room, way back here.
Oh wait, are we
Okay.
resting first, or are we doing the snake first?
No,
Yeah,
let's
I
rest-
guess we can
let's
rest first.
Okay. You quickly rest.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll whatever hit dice you choose to use.
If you use hit die, you get an extra d6 thanks to my Song of Rest.
Okay.
Yes.
Roll
6 is 10.
So 4 and a d6 would be. So I get 6 back. Okay.
Will gets 10.
So I get what? Sorry, 1d6 over what I rolled.
Yeah, so you roll a hit dice and then you roll a d6 on top of it.
Every time, or just the one time?
Just the one time for the Song of Rest.
Cool.
Okay. So
So I get 11 back from that.
I got. I'm back to 19 hit points. Killy, just one quick question, real fast. For arcane recovery, right? But I was really good with that when we were lower level, and I could understand exactly what I got back, right? As I am only 3rd level right now, right? It says,
Hang on, my game's crashed. So I'm
okay. Oh, I don't think it was just yours. Could be wrong. Okay, you learn to regain some of your magical energies. You can choose expended spell slots to recover. The spell slots have a combined level that is equal to or less than half your level. So rounding up.
So once per day, when you finish, you can choose expended spell slots to recover. It can have a combined level that is equal to or less than half your wizard level.
Which
So
would be
Ray
2
rounds
times.
down.
Rounds down, so you would recover 1 spell slot of level 1.
Killy will
Or-
spend 2 of his hit die, not just 1.
I'm sorry, equal to your wizard level. I'm
Rounded
sorry.
up.
Not for arcane recovery. Oh no, it is rounded up. I'm sorry. So
So
once
he
per
would be
day-
2. So you can do 2
Yes.
first level spells for 1 second.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, then I'm going to recover 2 first level. Thank God.
I'm sorry. Who added another question?
No, I just you can spend more than 1 hit die, correct?
Yes, and
Alright.
you spend as many hit dice in a short rest as you want.
We'll use 2.
But you have 3. Yeah, you track it on your sheet there.
No, I know. I have 3. I use 2.
Yeah, same here. I use 2 dice. I'm up to 19 health.
Okay.
I use 3 dice.
All
right.
Guys, real fast. I don't want to delay us any more than I have to, but as no one's downstairs or home at the moment, I gotta let my dog out real quick. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
Sure. Yeah.
It's all right. I can use a bio.
While they're resting or taking care of their business, and you go ahead and finish off your short rest, are the rest of you doing anything?
Since I'm up before everybody else, I'm going to go search the bodies.
Okay. Go make a perception check.
Best to not waste time. Sorry, what? Perception?
Yes.
Oh,
On one of the bodies, you do find that they're carrying a pouch that contains maybe about 20 silver, but for the most part, the rest of the bodies don't seem like they're really carrying anything.
okay.
Miles, did you want to venture down to where the little hatch things were? They must be bio AFK too. As soon as everybody gets back, I suppose they can decide what it is they want to do.
I'm assuming we're going to go south chasing after those.
It seems like Rorn's pretty set on the idea.
Did you roll a hit dice for Dingledorf? Yeah.
I did. He rolled
Okay.
and restored full hit points back.
Good.
Turned.
Okay. Rorn, are you doing anything in particular after the short rest?
You're Rorn.
I'm sorry. Kurt.
Head down here. Well, I'm gonna send my snake to go figure out what's down here.
Okay. As
Very cautiously.
As your snake wanders down there, you can see what appears to be the half-eaten carcass of a deer. And huddled around it, some of them munching on it, you see what appears to be at least about 2 dozen hatchlings that appear to be kind of looking in that direction, curious but still scared, and like they're too frightened to really move.
Snake tells me, and I tell everyone else, I'm gonna head down.
Will check out that door when you get a chance, when it's appropriate.
Okay. So as you wander down, you do see the half-eaten carcass, and as you kind of wander down this way, you watch as pretty much the bulk of the hatchlings that are here either dive into the animal carcass, or they otherwise kind of shimmer and begin to disappear and fade.
Well, I'm gonna, if I can, I don't know, grab one, I guess.
Okay, you gotta reach as you try to are you gonna try to reach into maybe the deer carcass to find one, or are you going to attempt to kind of find one hiding among the shadows?
I want one that's resourceful. I'm too willful. Which which one do I want? I'll just try to grab one off the ground. See what happens.
Okay, make a perception check to see if you can find one of them hiding. Shouldn't be too super difficult for them because they're only little babies, so they haven't fully mastered things. Okay.
Oh,
we're gonna subtract 5 because they're kids. So you do see them.
Yay! Cool.
All right, so you do see one relatively close. It's camouflaged against the corner, just kind of shimmering and hiding in your direction.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
Pick it up in a way that'll try to minimize the amount of biting I take while I pick it up.
This is the baby of the one that Tuck shot a hole through its head.
It's like we're family already.
All right. As you pick this thing up, go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Oh, I'm handling that bitch.
All right.
He's
This
like,
thing is
"God
still
damn it."
this thing is still shivering and kind of frightened and scared, but is calmed a little bit by your actions as you kind of pick this thing up.
I'm gonna cradle it and take it back up here to this river. Off a little bit because it smells.
Okay. Are you
Give it a little bit of bath?
Are you just kind of holding onto this thing and dipping it in?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not letting it go. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
holding it, give it some dips.
It was important for you to say that you're not letting it go. So that's what I wanted to find out. Because if you were going to let it go, it was going to flow away in the stream and die. So
We're old baby. It's not going anywhere.
so you dip this thing off. As you kind of dip it off in the stream, it hisses in frustration, and it doesn't like the water. It doesn't like the idea of being clean. This is the new concept.
Baby,
for it.
but now it's my baby, and it'll be a clean baby. Anyway, so I clean it off, and we can come back over here with the rest of the group. I'll show off my new friend, my little baby troglodyte.
That's impressive.
I'm speechless.
I'm gonna try and teach it to sit on my shoulder.
Okay.
Run
And
away,
I-
but I'm not
I will
gonna let
rub
it.
him and pet him and kiss him and love him. And I will call him George.
Have like a pocket or something on my chest piece that I could put it in so it could sit,
Yeah, there's
but
probably
not
a
so
little
much
pocket.
that it could jump
There's
out.
a little pocket in like a let's say a fanny pack for your arrows or something that you can kind of hide it in.
Sounds great. I'll kind of put it in there so it can poke its head out and see, but not so much that it'll jump.
Okay.
All right, me and the little trog. I'll have to come up with a name for you, little guy, but don't worry. It's everywhere. My little pet. All right, we can move along, guys. Sorry that took so long.
Okay. Will, as you're kind of looking at around that door, I'd like you to go ahead and make a perception check. Okay. Listening inside, you can hear what sounds like coals crackling, interestingly. But you also hear the sound of something larger moving around and kind of hissing. Something is slithering against the stone.
Yeah, will quietly tell the rest of the party, potential leader Trog in here. We have a fire burning and something large moving about inside, making with the hissing.
I would like to
You're at a door like this, and I didn't listen to you, so I will back away and just let you make the decision on whether we go in or not. I've made one decision about a door so far.
Is that the same type of door that we were looking at before?
Yes.
So it has to be pried open.
It kind of has to be pried open, yes.
Well, how do the Trogs open them? I mean, do you really need to be a super strong person to open one of these doors?
Not especially. But you do need to be strong enough to kind of to jar it loose.
Well, anyone want to try the door? You really want Will doing this?
I can go.
We didn't know if you actually wanted to go in or not.
Hold
That's
on,
what we were
here.
trying to decide.
Let our monk go.
Oh, I'll be the sacrificial lamb again. Come on out.
Just go ahead. I'll run right behind you.
I will use the crowbars. Can I do it with advantage?
Yes.
Advantage. Well, that blows.
I hand you my crowbar and say, that thing sucks.
All right. You try. You can't find a good place to kind of pry this crowbar in at first, and as you try to break it up, it just doesn't seem like it's connecting.
Can I try
I'll offer-
again?
I'll offer support. We can
All right.
try it together.
Try it together.
All right, go for it. All right. Yeah. So you do manage to break this thing open, and as you kind of peer inside,
What you see is
8 direwolves.
a smaller
Oh,
chamber,
shit.
but interestingly, in the distance there, you see a large, what appears to be some sort of nest, although there's nothing currently sitting inside of it.
although
To the
Good.
to the left there, you see what looks to be a stone hearth carved into the edge of the cavern here. It illuminates this area, so you don't really need light. The ceiling here, well, you can't really see much of the ceiling from where you are. It rises higher from where you are right now. But you do see inside there's all sorts of rubbish that just kind of cover the floor, including a few animal skins.
Can we look around attentively to see if we see something here, because the hearth is lighting up the room quite well?
And you did, when you were informed that you heard something slithering in this room by Will.
Yes.
You can make a perception check if you wish. Okay. You hear the sounds of something slithering. You just don't see where.
Close or far?
Close.
Oh no!
So I'm going to take a stab in the dark, literally. Can I throw my staff in a direction to see if I connect with something?
Tell me, or ping what direction you'd like to throw it.
Wait, he throws it and it stops dead.
Okay, sure. Go make an attack roll with your weapon. All right. You watch as the staff leaves your hands, gets to right about here, and just kind of bing, bing, ding, ding, ding.
Where's right
And
about here?
It just tings along the southern floor.
And I snap it back.
It snaps back to your hands.
I think that seems like a good idea, so I'll shoot an arrow down the place where he didn't shoot. Oh, what does that sound?
I think someone's trying to
Something.
give us. I think someone's trying to tell us shoot at the nest. Because there was a
Sure.
snoring noise.
That wasn't snoring.
I'll shoot.
Hissing.
That was the
That was a
snoriest
horrible
hiss I have ever heard.
Yeah, I was like, are you sleeping right now?
No.
Will's
Holy
going
shit.
Will's going to go.
Your arrow sticks in the mud in front of you, 5 feet.
Too bad your mother didn't swallow you, invisible person. He only needs to hear me.
Uh-huh. Okay. That shit, it doesn't have all the shit here. Okay.
Just 1d20 plus or minus wisdom modifier.
So I'm gonna roll these in secret. But you watch.
Does the bed rustle?
Okay, you watch, or you hear rather, some nasty hissing, and as you do, you watch as a troglodyte creature, at least easily a foot taller than the ones you've seen so far, begins to shimmer into view. This one is dressed in some kind of robes. Crude but effective. Go ahead and roll initiative.
All right.
Does he look bigger or smaller than other troglodytes, I guess?
Easily a foot bigger than the
taller.
ones you've seen so far.
Is he armored?
He's not armored. At least not through anything other than natural armor. Okay. Alright, he's going to go first. And...
Order, even though he's going first.
What's that?
Still need to hit reorder.
Oh, no, he's not.
There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
He is going first. Okay, cool.
Alright. And unfortunately, he doesn't have all of his spells set up in the spell slots here. So that's kind of a pain in the ass. But he's going to move to right about there. And you watch as his hands begin to light on fire, and he fires 3 scorching rays in your general direction, all of them at Tuck.
Oh.
Cool.
So... just going to have to...
Can I dodge out of the way? Am I quick enough?
Not how the spell works.
Okay.
It's not.
Plus 4 to hit with spell attacks.
It's
Okay.
not the worst thing in the world, depending on how he
So-
rolls.
Because the spells aren't set up, I have to hard roll all this shit, so bear with me. So, let me just do 1d20 plus 4. Alright. So the first attack is a 20 to hit. The second ray is not going to hit. The third ray is not going to hit either. So one of the rays will hit you for 2d6 fire damage. So you're taking 10 points of fire damage as this Wraith connects. And that's his turn. Kurt, you're up next.
I'm gonna shoot him in the face. or near
Okay.
the face. I'm gonna aim for the face. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. So it connects, and it almost slices a bit of his neck off. You can see a little bit of flesh dangling below it, and he's looking none too happy about that hit.
Well, he was happy before, but now he's not, and I don't know. I'm just
He was-
gonna
He
stand
was
here.
especially happy to begin with.
I don't know. I don't want to get in anyone's way, but I feel like I'm gonna forward either. I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay. Will, you're up next. Actually, you know what? Well, before I'm thinking about this, he was affected by the vicious mockery. So let me just roll another 1d20. Okay, so that attack would have hit you otherwise. All right, Will, you're up next.
Okay, Will is going to cast this.
All right. Okay. Wisdom saving throw, and
Says, "Hey, you're so ugly. You should have stayed invisible."
succeeds on the throw.
He
Ah,
says, "I am not ugly."
I was born this way, hey? I was born this way. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Are you making any sort of movement?
Backing up wouldn't be a horrible idea.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I guess I want to be able to see. I can still see him from there, right?
Not really.
Can I see
Kind
him
of,
from
but
there?
not really. Yeah.
All right, I'll go there.
Okay. All right. Rorn's up next, and he's going to kind of try to squeeze between the two of you and chuck a dagger in that direction. And the dagger will connect. And then he's going to just kind of stay there for the time being. Jafar is up next.
He's gonna move 35 feet up.
Okay.
The old bite.
Okay. Yes, that will connect. Hard.
Then he'll move 25 feet back and stand on top of our Bard Will.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Kent, you're up next.
Can I see him where I'm at?
Yes.
I'm going to cast Hold Person on him.
All right.
Ooh, get held, motherfucker.
And hold on. Oh. Cast at level 2. And whoop. Did I hit that wrong?
That's
Okay.
perfect. Sweet. You must succeed on the wisdom saving throw. Okay. 14 beat your DC, your ace.
I think it
What is your-
does. I think it's 13.
Okay. So unfortunately, it doesn't connect. It seems like you almost got it off, and it just shakes off the effect and is just kind of hissing away at you.
Double check, because I bet yours is.
No, it's still like a. It's
It just says it at the top.
it's where the hell does it say it at the top?
On your spell
It says
list.
spellcasting ability, spell save DC, spell attack bonus. So your
Oh,
spell
yeah,
save DC,
yeah.
that's the number.
Yeah, it's 13.
Tuckus, you're up next.
It won't be after we level. If we level.
You're probably going to level, but we'll see.
I'm going to
Tuck,
throw my staff at his face.
go for it. Yes, that will connect. All right, he's
And
very badly injured.
I'm going to take the low road here and move over here.
Okay. All right. Now, as this occurs, all of you watch as dropping from the ceiling is a large lizard-like creature.
Motherfucker.
I respect that.
What is that? A large what-like creature?
Lizard-like creature.
Okay.
A large, giant lizard. And... where is he? There he is. Okay. So he kind of just drops from the ceiling that you weren't able to really get a good view on because none of you wandered in there. And he's just going to move forward, kind of crushing the mud door in front of him, and he's going to attempt to bite at Kurt.
Please roll low.
Nope.
Dang it, bitch.
17 will beat, or at least will match, which means it gets the attack off. You take
Yep.
4 points of piercing damage. And then you watch as this fella in the back seems to utter an incantation in Draconic. And it all sounds, to those of you who know Draconic, it sounds like an invisibility cast.
Okay.
And you watch as he just kind of disappears from view.
And now I wish I had prepared seeing visibility.
Okay, Kurt, you're up next.
Oh, man. Hunter's mark on him.
Okay.
But I didn't. Gonna hit this guy with my sabers. Not my, whatever I have. Scimitars.
Scimitars.
Yep. Here we go.
All right. Both of those attacks will connect. You slice into this thing, it kind of roars as only a giant lizard can in pain.
There's only a giant lizard can.
However the hell that sounds.
I've heard it. It's in Godzilla.
All right. I guess that's all I can do. So
All right. All right, Will, you're up next.
Okay, let's see. I'm just skimming through my spells real quick. Hold on.
Mhm.
Okay. Going to cast. Oh, hold on. Who's adjacent to the lizard? Just Kurt?
At the moment.
At the moment, yes.
That's okay. I'm going to cast this at the lizard.
All right.
I'm done.
So, unfortunately, oh no, it's not affected by intelligence. Okay, wisdom saving. 14. It is still taking half damage, though, right?
Yeah,
Half
it still
damage.
takes half damage.
Okay, so just looking at 6. All right, this thing's kind of on the ropes. Are you making any additional movement?
No, I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay. All right, so Rorn's going to move up, and he's going to attempt to stab it with his rapier. And that will connect. All right. So,
Nice.
it dies. And its body just kind of in the way. But you watch as Rorn kind of leaps up on top of it and tries to peer around the room, seeing if he can see this this stealth creature.
I yell, use your compass!
All right. He's not able to find exactly where he is, but Rorn does whisper back that he still hears movement within the chamber. Jafar is up next.
Okay. Up next to Rorn.
Okay.
Do the same. I'll try to perceive him.
Nope.
Didn't happen. You know what? I'm out. Play back
right.
here.
Kent, you're up next.
Okay. Quick question.
Mhm.
So Greece, okay,
Mhm.
covers a 10-foot square centered on a point within range, and it turns into difficult terrain for duration. Now, what would you consider a 10-foot square here? Would it be?
That would be.
I mean, that's 10 foot across from there, but wouldn't a 10-foot square also be there?
This would be about a 10-foot.
I'm going to cast Grease in that location.
Okay.
And I will link that for you.
Okay. So the grease lands in that area. You watch as it becomes this greasy sort of substance.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you would like to do?
No.
He'd like to listen to see if a creature
Fell down.
Although you're watching as the grease kind of fills up in this area, there's nothing to suggest that any sort of creature has fallen.
Damn.
All right. Tuck, you're up next.
worth a try.
So we don't know where he is.
You don't know where he is. He turned invisible on you.
I'm going to play this game again then. Can I assume that I can move here?
Yeah, you can probably climb over the body of the giant lizard with relative ease, kind of peering into this room. The ceiling hangs a little low over you, but it's still high enough that you can stand.
Okay, hang on. Measure that again. 25. Fine. That's 30 total. I'll move here. Or not. Well, or
Rorn's kind of standing there.
Yeah.
You can just move there.
Sure. He used to be here, right?
One up.
Last time you saw him,
I'm
around that
gonna
area.
He was one
Yeah.
up. But you know what areas my grease is affected, and he didn't fall down or have to make a save, as far as I know.
Correct.
He might just be very dexterous.
Well, that's true. Tilly could have rolled in secret. But I'm trying to be smart.
If he was in the area where your grease was, the grease is enough that you would have seen footprints, even if he's invisible.
Okay.
Oh, good call. See, I didn't think about that.
He's not in that area.
I'm going to move up 5 more.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw my staff here.
Okay. You're gonna attack roll. You watch with a bated breath, and the staff just pings against the stone floor. Ting, 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 ting.
And I bring the staff back. And then I have 10 feet of movement left. So I'm going to move back and hide behind the fat lizard.
All right. At the top of the round, the hidden creature is going to continue to maintain its invisibility. Kurt, you're up next.
Going to some role playing here, and I'll move over here and just peer over this creature, and I'll this. If you just give us whatever you're keeping in here, we'll let you go and tend to in the other room. All their parents are dead, and they need someone.
You cut out at the beginning there.
I said I'll try to use Draconic and roleplay with this guy and say that it doesn't have to be like this. If he just gives us whatever he's keeping in here, we will let him go and tend to left motherless in the other room. We know that they're probably important to him, and
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh,
sure.
I thought you were going a totally different way with that, by the way.
You wait a second. Nothing happens.
I don't know if that counted as my action. Then I guess I don't have anything left to do. I'll just move back to where I was.
Not really. Will, you're up next. You could take out your hatchling and threaten to kill it in front of him. Will, you're up next.
Never.
I just for shits and giggles, I literally thought you were going to let the hatchling loose and go say, "Go find Mama."
Smart. But then what if he never came back? Dun, dun, dun.
It's a small
All right.
chamber.
Will, what are you up to? I think you're muted.
Yeah,
you're muted.
you're
on
muted.
Discord.
Sorry, I'm pulling out my wand of entangle. I'm just determining
Okay.
where I want to do it. Okay, I can entangle everything from this line north. Because that's 20
Yes.
feet across
Yes.
and 20 feet up. So only if he's in this back corner here will he not be entangled.
Or
Okay.
close to us.
or closer. But that will tell us something too. Then if you're just burning hands up here or something.
I was already thinking that route.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. So.
Okay. So the entangle, go ahead and use up a charge on that. He has to succeed on a strength saving throw. The DC is 13.
Yeah, so it would be like that.
He fails.
He didn't say.
Okay. You watch as the roots begin to entangle around, right around there, and he becomes visible.
Ta-da.
At the very least, invisibility is more or less broken at this point.
Like
And he is entangled.
Ta-da.
All right. He is restrained.
How about it, boys?
All
You're
right.
welcome. Don't say I never gave you anything.
Rorn is going to take a few steps forward and attempt to chuck a dagger at this thing.
This guy and his dagger,
Misses.
right?
Misses. He is going to move over here and try to kind of duck behind the furnace, the little stone furnace jutting out from that area. Jafar even is up next.
He's going to go in and attempt to bite, and I didn't realize I was up next in the turn, so I tried to run downstairs. So.
But Jafar's kind of far away to fly up there.
Is he?
he's a little far.
Do that. He's just going to move up. Nope, he's just going to stay here in case the guy somehow gets through everyone and tries to run away. He's going to bite him. All right,
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Kent, you're up next.
Can I make my way past Will and on top of the frog?
Yes, you kind
Okay.
of squeeze your way over there.
I am going to cast Firebolt at it.
All right, go for it.
Oh, fuck.
Nope.
All
It
right.
swings wide.
All right.
Tuck, you're up next.
I am going to move to here.
Mhm.
Throw my staff at him.
Go for it.
Ooh.
Just barely. And just enough.
Do they get
But
advantage since he's restrained?
Let me check.
Doesn't matter.
It's not going to matter in this case because you get the hit off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would get advantage against it. And you guys would have gotten advantage against it earlier. I didn't think about it. But yes, you get the killing blow. So how do you want to do it? Any special, unique way in which you want to make this RP thing happen, or you just want to kind of just bonk?
I want to have my staff basically pierce his eye.
Okay. It does. You throw your staff, perfect aim and precision, and as this thing is trying to struggle against the roots that have encountered, had brought it to light, kind of panicking at this point, it looks up, and at the last minute, as your staff finds its eye piercing inside, it reels back its head, and as you recall its staff, watches the body kind of judders a bit, and it just stands there, arms limp, hanging back with the entangle still affected. You're out of combat.
Should we assume that the entangle and the grease have gone away?
You wait a few minutes, and or about a minute or so, and yeah, they can go away. The body of the wizard that you killed, the wizard lizard even that you killed,
The
is still
wizard
caught up in
lizard.
the roots.
The wizard. I love it.
Search that bitch.
Make a perception check.
There it is.
Okay. The bad news is the wizard lizard didn't have anything directly on him. However, as you begin to search the chamber, you find a couple of things of note. The
What's
first
this
of
back
which,
here?
one of the things of note. So you do find there is some black silk hides, and that are hiding a ruby worth about 300 gold pieces. And you also, back there, Kurt, there's a battered wooden chest. Inside, there are 1,500 silver pieces.
Woo!
I need to look at something.
Okay.
You said black silk hides?
The
What has a silken hide?
it's the color of the description. It kind of looks like black silk, but it isn't actually silk.
Oh, we'll take those.
Okay.
Is there anything else of note, or should we bother rolling?
Not especially. Those are the things that seem to be of particular value. You do notice around the chamber there is a couple of trophies that mostly include skulls, bones, random animal hides, most that are very poorly cured. Seem to be trophies of defeated foes.
Gentlemen, would you like to take a short rest again, or would you like to take longer? Than
I'd like
that?
to be able to cast spells should we encounter anyone else.
And this seems like a great room to do it in. Providing there's not another giant lizard on the roof.
Yeah, I would agree this would be a good time for a long rest.
Okay.
Not that I necessarily need one, but whatever.
I was going to say I'm going to put an alarm out here, but I don't think I can.
Well, we've got the mud door and the body of that giant lizard blocking the way. I think it's
blocking
safe.
the way, but it's not impossible to climb, as you found
No,
out.
but it'll be harder to sneak up on us.
Okay. So are you all taking a long rest in this room?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take turns watching.
Who's keeping first watch?
I'll go first. I have 2 level 1 spells left, so I will go first.
Oh, perfect. When it's time for you to stop, come and get me up, and I'll do the watch for 2 hours.
Yep.
All right. So as the rest of you begin to start your nap, Kent, the chamber here still smells foul. And other than that, is there anything else you would like to do? The coals in the hearth are burning brightly, providing some warmth and a little bit of comfort to an otherwise terrible-looking trog den.
No, there's nothing else I could think of doing other than just listening attentively down the hall.
Okay. As you listen, go ahead and make a perception check.
I figured that was going to be coming.
Okay. You do listen as you hear the sounds of what appear to be a dozen tiny little reptilian feet that are moving their way, it sounds like, out of this chamber.
Okay.
Tiny.
Tiny.
All right.
And other than that, your 2 hours of watch pass.
All right. I'm going to. Who wanted to be woken up?
Kurt.
I'll wake up Kurt.
You can lay down in that straw bed, but when I get done, I'm cozying up to you, so you better watch out.
That's okay. I understand lizards need warmth.
While we're doing this rest, I need to AFK just a second.
Yep.
Okay. Kurt, is there anything in particular you'd like to do as part of your 2 hours?
I'm just gonna talk to this little troglodyte buddy I have, and just keep a watch on the door. I'm gonna kick this lizard in the gut. That's it.
Okay. You kick this lizard in the gut. It doesn't really otherwise move. As you listen around, go ahead and make a perception check. Do you get advantage on the roll?
Advantage. I just had it up from before. I'm sorry. When you told me to roll
Got the
perception.
20.
I mean,
Okay. You hear the sounds of a few webbed feet kind of moving in the darkness, but they don't look like they're moving in your direction. They're kind of just peering around.
How heavy is this big lizard? Do I think I could lift it?
Not easily.
Do you think he could mimic the voice of it?
Could I? That one movie, they carry around a dead body for an entire weekend. I don't remember the whole title. I think it has Bernie in it. Anyways, I'm gonna kind of climb under the lizard and sort of make it look like it's moving and make some sounds like.
And I thought it smelled bad on the outside.
If they start coming up here, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get under it for now,
Okay.
and if I see them coming, I'm gonna start mimicking like the lizard is.
Well, you don't see anything.
Oh,
That's the thing.
I just heard them. Well, if I hear them getting closer, I'm sorry.
Okay. It doesn't sound like they're getting closer. They're kind of peering around in this chamber. You hear this webbed feet for a few minutes begin to get a little bit softer, and then they get a little bit louder again. And they kind of peer up in this direction, but they don't go there. They kind of back away, and you listen as these steps begin to fade.
Okay, then. Right.
Your 2-hour rest has passed. And Tuck, if you're there, Garen, your 4-hour trance will have ended, and you get all your shit back. I'm guessing he's probably still bio.
Probably.
Okay. For expediency's sake, we'll say he takes the remaining 4 hours and nothing of interest happens during that 4 hours, so all of you get your stuff back.
Okay.
I've read 2 different things on hit die that you get after a long rest. You get half of your reused ones back, and the other one is that you get all of them back. So I don't know what.
For this game, you'll get all of them back.
Killy, assuming that nothing goes on, upon waking up, I'm just going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay, sure.
So I will go down a spell slot.
Okay. Yep, sure.
Okay. Oh, shit. Not 3. Jesus Christ. And let me subtract 1 from that and 1 from that. Okay.
Okay. So, what would you like to do?
Whoa. Will get up. Will gets up and jogs to the lakefront.
All right.
While we're in this room,
Hang on. Pant, you're muted in Discord here. If you were saying
Oh,
something.
I'm sorry. No, I was laughing because I'm like, no, we're looking for another direction. Let's do the old Will stealth ahead and let's check out the lake.
Okay.
I'm not going out for a jog. No.
I know. I was like, something was brought to his attention. He's like, I'm out of here.
off a slice of orc and put it in my bag for feeding my troglodyte here.
Okay.
This map is
That's it.
fucking
I'm gonna
huge,
check
by
it
the
out.
way.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
for real.
you're only on the 2nd level. So let's see. Well, as you begin to wander in this direction, the stream begins to open into a pool. The pool itself is relatively deep, about 10 feet deep at least. On the eastern end of the pool, you see there's a passage leading in this direction, but it's been blocked up by a bunch of rocks, as well as some mud and otherwise loose rubble. The stream itself continues on down to the south, and there's a small, thin passage along the other side of the pool.
Well, can I get to it over here? It's 10 feet deep, so I'd have to swim it.
You would have to swim it.
Can I make my way along this little shelf?
I'll allow you to make a acrobatics check if that's what you would like to try. You fall into the pool. The stream itself is moving a little bit quickly, and it's kind of pulling you along, but it's not so strong, at least not yet here, that it's difficult to swim against.
I'm back. Sorry. We find anything fun over
there? You recovered all your shit. Your bard kind of fell into a pool of water while trying to shimmy across a short end.
Damn bards.
So, you take no damage and suffer no ill effects, but you are wet.
I'm all wet.
All right. The stream continuing on to the southeast, and there's also what appears to be some sort of small chamber directly across here. Rorn's going to move forward, and he's going to attempt to shimmy along where you were. If I can pull up his character sheet again. He doesn't get 5 feet before he falls in the pool and does what you do, but in a far more terrible, spectacular fashion.
He loses a hit point from almost drowning.
No, but he loses a little bit of confidence and pride in himself.
There was pride there?
Misplaced, but yes.
Misplaced pride.
I really hope he watches this episode.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm going to wait and see, like, when they get done from their reconnoiter and.
Okay.
I'll send Jafar along.
All right, your snake flies across. Will, you were muted again if you were saying something.
No, I'm waiting for you to provide a description as to what we see when we slide up.
From where you are there's you can see that there's more of a chamber.
Remember, I'm a half elf, not a human, so I get the dark vision.
Okay. You can peer inside. Hang on. You can peer inside this chamber a little bit. There's not much else you can make just from here. The stream continues on to another chamber here to the southeast.
How deep is the stream at this point?
At this point, the stream is still about 10 feet deep, but it's much thinner here.
All right. I'm going to gesture to Rorn to keep his eyes down that way, and I'm going to cross and sneak up.
Okay. As you get to there, you get to get a solid look of this chamber. And where's my reveal? There. And there. Okay. You get a better look at this chamber. And the second you step foot in, a large lizard-like creature.
Holy fuck nuts.
Gets to right about there in order to attempt to bite you, but as it does, it gets yanked back. And you look up, and you see that around the neck of this creature is a sturdy chain that is tethering it to the back of this place. However, behind the lizard, you see 2 iron chests.
Very interesting. Okay.
And it kind of it circles around a minute or two, and it kind of hisses at you.
I'm going to... All right, so I'm not going to do this by myself. I'm going to go back.
I hope not.
I'm going to go and ask Rorn what he sees down here. And look for myself as well.
All right. So Rorn's going to kind of sidestep here and here, and he's going to stealth down this direction a little bit. As he does, the stream continues on into a long cavern, and at this point it is moving very, very quickly down here. There is a set of stone steps that leads up to the north, but the stream continues on into a long chamber that continues on to the southeast.
All right, I'm gonna whistle for
The
Rorn
guys.
to come back, and we're gonna come back
Okay.
and stay here, I guess. And I'm gonna call over. Come on across. Try to come on across.
All right.
This. Well, you have to see for yourself. We'll say.
Okay. I'll move over. I'll swim across.
Okay. You swim across with relative ease. The stream kind of helps push you along.
Okay.
Rorn's going to continue, and he's going to move over in this direction. Tuck, Kurt, what are you two doing?
I'm just waiting to hear back.
Oh,
They would have relayed the information, and they suggested that you follow them down.
Oh, sure. I'll jump in the stream, try to make it across over here.
Okay, you do that. So with relative ease.
Okay.
And we'll try to direct everyone over here,
Okay.
telling them to be careful.
I'm going to assume
he'll move slowly along the wall.
Okay. All of you begin to see this large subterranean lizard kind of slither around. It's protecting 2 iron chests, but it's clearly agitated by your presence in this chamber.
Do I sense that there? Can I see if I think this creature is sentient at all? Maybe draconic or of dragon lineage, or do I think it's just like a big lizard?
Make a nature check.
Nature. I don't think I've ever made one of those before. Nature. Bam.
There's nothing to suggest that it's draconic, at least as far as you can tell. It's certainly lizard-like. It just seems like it's a huge lizard-like creature. You don't know much else about it.
Okay.
I keep thinking I'm muted and I'm not. The chain that is, you say it's got a collar?
Yeah, the chain kind of serves as sort of a collar around its neck. It's being tethered to the very back of this part of the chamber.
Is it metal?
It appears to be. It appears to be a metal chain of some kind. Yes.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't see no reason why 2 perfectly good chests should go. Should remain in their forced confinement any longer.
I remark that.
Agree.
I remark that. For someone who always advises caution, when we can see a creature that's that huge, you remarkably throw it to the wind with relative ease.
Well, it is chained. I mean,
Do any of us have mage
It's not
hand?
even sporting, really.
No, none of us have mage hand.
You don't have mage hand? Okay.
No.
It's not even sporting, really, says Will. But all the same, if those 2 chests have anything decent in them, I'm willing to be a poor winner.
You watch.
I
You watch as the subterranean lizard begins to try to snap back at you or attempt to charge in your general direction. Unfortunately, it again is still just tethered by this chain.
Okay.
guys, I have an idea.
Okay.
And I walk over here and I say, "Give me some bardic inspiration. I need a song that's gonna make me."
He broke that ukulele out too fast.
All right.
All right, I'll give him a diabolic inspiration and go, you're the man. I got a C chord and my C chord says you're awesome.
For that chain and try to break it with my bow.
No, what are you, dumb? I mean, are you soft? Will will slap the bow out of your hand and say, are you soft? Don't shoot the chain, shoot the lizard, you dope.
Ah, well.
It doesn't really
You're asking
matter.
the lizard to shoot the lizard?
Yes.
I'm too sentimental. It must be freed.
What are you doing, Kurt?
Must be free.
Tried to shoot the chain and I missed. I missed hard.
Yes, you did. In fact,
Oh.
you hit the lizard. Roll
well,
initiative.
I hit the lizard. I did what you wanted.
If it was not a critical fail, you would have just hit the rock. But because it was a critical fail, you hit the lizard.
There was no making friends with that lizard.
All right. Where are you even? Are you underneath
He's
one of these other
underneath
tokens?
me.
I'm underneath him.
Okay.
Oh,
That's fine.
hello.
All right. Jafar's up next. Jafar's
Oh,
up
cool.
first.
By any other lizard. Jafar gets in there.
Okay.
Lizard on lizard violence.
Hmm.
All right. The bite, that's an 11. The bite will not connect. It's not able
Jafar
to break
runs
through the
away in
natural armor of this
shame.
creature. All right. Okay. Kent, you're up next.
I will cast frostbite at the creature.
Okay. No. All right. So it is affected by it's affected by the frost as it begins to wrap around it, and yeah.
If I get the sense that that creature is reptilian, does it take any what do you call it, from cold damage?
It takes the damage. It didn't take it. It didn't take it any harder or softer than any other creature otherwise might.
Okay.
Are you making any additional movement?
Is that as far as it can go? And would that, if I tried to sneak past over to here, would it be an attack of opportunity for it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is its bite range, right where I'm going
Yes.
right now. I'm just going to step back over to here.
Okay.
Just so I can let my friends in the... Because I can probably see it from there. It's fucking huge.
You can barely make it out from there, but yes, it's kind of a thin cavern area around there.
Okay, no problem.
So, Kurt, you're up next.
I just now thought that you had Jurassic Park movie music playing in the background.
The way Kurt was describing what he was going to do, I completely expected sort of a Chris Pratt moment where he was just going to kind of keep his hands up and approach.
Oh, hey, Blue, you know me. You know me. No.
Yep.
I'm gonna shoot again.
Okay. Yes, you hit this thing. It kind of roars and hisses. It's not happy.
It's not happy.
Good luck taming it now.
Damn it.
Hey, you know what? That would have been some balls if we went through the rest of this white coat with that lizard running in front of us, just rushing through
Out in front of us, underneath me.
This is my mount, motherfucker. All right. Anything else you're doing?
Nah, not
Okay.
really.
Rorn's going to kind of leap
But
across.
I whispered to you and I said I aimed for the chain right before I rolled,
Yes.
but now that I've hit him, it's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So you hit the chain then, if you want to hit the chain.
Said I hit him. It's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
We'll keep going.
No. Well, I'm sorry. I completely missed that because we're looking at something else. So yeah, your arrow hits the chain. It loosens a little bit.
That's it.
See, okay. Rorn goes up, and he's just gonna kind of move back here, see if he can get an angle in there, and try to chuck a dagger. And the dagger will connect, sinking into this creature's flesh. Okay, Tuck, you're up next.
I will move up a little so that I can see the thing.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to throw my staff.
All right, go for it. Yes, that will connect.
Good staff throws tonight, man.
Thank God.
That's what she said.
So this thing can't move forward from there, can it?
Not
really.
yet.
Not yet.
Your ranger just loosened the chain that was connecting it.
I'll deal with you later. my turn's over. I will wait.
All right, Will, you're up next. And you are muted in Discord.
Will cast heat metal on the collar. Oh, it's getting hot in here. So
Ooh.
take off all your clothes, but you can't because it's locked around your neck.
All right. So yes, the collar is heated around this creature, and it suffers and hisses and roars in pain. Are you making any additional movement?
Yes, I'm going to move so that Kirk is between me and the lizard.
Okay.
Devious.
And I say to him, you free that thing, and I'll feed you to it myself. In complete seriousness. In complete seriousness, which is very rare from Will.
Okay. The lizard goes next. He's going to attempt to do what he can to break the hold on this chain. The chain tethering him in place is broken.
Quick
And
question.
he's going to...
Quick
Yes?
question. Does he have disadvantage on that? Or is it only attacks?
Let's double check your cold.
No, the heat metal.
Oh, the heat metal. Well, I wanted to check the cold thing there as well.
Yes, it does. It has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. If it fails, you're supposed to give it a con save.
Well, he's not trying
no.
He's not trying to rip the collar off of him. He's trying to break himself free from the chain.
No, but
He does
regardless as to whether he saves, he has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Right, so
that strength check would be disadvantage. And it doesn't.
Okay. Doesn't matter. He breaks the chain.
Okay.
All right.
Is the collar
Now-
still on him?
The collar is still on him. However, he's going to attempt to use an action to try to shake it off and grab it with his mouth, try to do what he can to pull it off. And that will be the Constitution save. And even with that disadvantage, he pulls it off. However, that's going to be his turn. Okay. Jafar is up next.
Jafar's gonna... Let's see how much movement I need. Ooh, it's gonna be tough. Jafar's gonna like fly underneath him on the backside. Rear.
All right.
Get out of here, you. Here we go.
Oh,
Yes.
Ooh.
nice.
That's 1,
Oh, yeah.
9, 6. That's 16 points of damage. It's 22. All right. This thing is looking pretty bloody.
I'm gonna fly back over and sit on top of Will. Who's behind who now?
Kent, you're up next.
All right. Do I have any visibility on this thing at all from where I'm at?
Yes, but yes.
All right. Then if it's broken free, and by the way, you can get rid of the... oh, you did. Okay.
Yep.
I will cast Firebolt on it.
Go for it. Yes, it will connect. And with that max damage, it's going to engulf this thing in flame. And it's still standing, but not by much more. If you're not making any additional movement, it'll be Kurt's turn next.
Yeah, I'm not moving anywhere.
I'm gonna give it some poison spray.
Okay. All right, it
Ooh.
fails the save. It is covered in this poisonous toxin. All right, it's still barely holding on, though.
Is that
Cluster.
treated as
All right,
poison
next.
now?
No,
It's
he
just
takes
poison
poison
damage.
damage. It doesn't add the poison
Okay,
effect.
okay. I wasn't sure.
All right. So Rorn's going
That'd be pretty
to stay where
OP,
he is and chuck a dagger in that direction. And he connects.
1,000
This
daggers.
lizard is still staying. Tuck,
Holy
you're up next.
shit.
Has a lot of hit
Crap.
points.
Sorry, is it still?
It's
attached?
It's on its last
free.
legs. It's free, but it's on its last legs.
I'm just gonna throw my staff again.
All right, go for it.
I clicked. There we go. Do the first one because
This is the first one.
it
Yep.
wasn't coming.
So the 22 will connect, and it is enough that The staff goes through the neck of the creature. It twists and turns and howls in pain. And you watch as this large lizard collapses before you.
And I get my stuff.
All right, the staff is back.
All right. Let's go see what it was guarding.
I sit on top of the lizard and just imagine what it would have been like to ride it.
Okay.
Real fast, I say to Will, before you check out those chests, maybe our other friend can go and make sure that there aren't any traps or anything around them. Not
Good
that
idea.
we're
Doing?
Rorn says, I'm on it.
okay.
Doesn't look trapped to me.
Great, open them.
All right, he opens them. Wait a minute. Nothing happens. Inside the chest.
There was part of me that almost wanted to hear, like, in the back of Achilles' voice, like, nothing happens.
A large fiery explosion happens right on top of Rorn. Your rogue dies.
To AFK for 1 second.
All right. Inside, between both of those chests, there's a total of 2,200 silver. Also inside, you find an additional multi-layered potion that looks much like the potion of climbing that you found earlier. You also find a potion that has a cloudy fluid in it, and it smells like the sea, and it has a jellyfish-like bubble floating inside of it.
Killy, just real quick.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to get off on the cheap here for identifying shit or anything like that, but
Yep.
is there a skill at all in this game that would kind of allow us to figure out what some of these things are?
100 gold each time.
You could arguably take, for the potions, you could take them to an alchemist and he can tell you what they are. Alternatively, you could taste a bit of the potion and make an arcana check.
Okay.
With potions, let me see what I can do.
The only reason I asked that is because, for example, and this is just going back to, like, 3rd edition stuff, right?
Mhm.
And, like, you could have a profession as, like, an alchemist or something like that. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
but you can have alchemist supplies in this game. It's just not even an alchemist.
Okay. No, I know. I was just curious if, down the road,
Yeah.
if that was even a possibility.
You could arguably, if one of you were an alchemist and had the alchemist supplies, you could make a check with your alchemist tools to see if you could discern what it was. But
Okay.
as none of you are, you would have to rely on either identify spell or a really good arcana check.
Okay.
And
That's
even then, you would have to taste a bit of the potion.
That's fine. I just I read a lot of 3rd edition, even though I didn't play that
Mhm.
much of it, and it seemed like in 3rd they actually went through and gave your guy like a living wages as far as like what they could learn and what they could do, and like that was a profession that you could take. But it seems like 5th edition kind of steps away from that entirely. It's more about dungeon
Yeah.
crawling.
Right. You don't have a hard profession per se, but you can have tools that you're proficient in. For instance, Tuck is a brewer. He has proficiency in brewing tools. He makes brew.
Okay, that's fine. I'm sorry I asked that. They're in the middle of the game.
No, that's perfectly okay.
Is that white lizard on the map?
It's on the map. It's just supposed to represent where the giant lizard is.
Okay. All right. Give the room a quick search just in case we overlooked anything that wasn't in
Okay.
the chests.
Yes.
Oh, nice roll.
Okay. Peering around in this chamber, it doesn't unfortunately look like there's anything else of note to otherwise get.
I would like to offhandedly remark: who keeps a pet or who keeps a giant lizard as a guard lizard? Anyone have a clue? I don't know.
Probably the same one who had a giant lizard sleeping in the same room as him.
All right. Seems odd.
Significantly larger. All right, I hop off of him. I say, "Do you want me to taste the
Okay.
potions and try, or just keep moving?"
Who has the highest arcana?
Oh, it's either me or Kurt.
Well,
Not
someone
me.
give it a shot.
I can try. You said one looks like the potion of climbing that we got earlier?
One is like
yes.
that, yes.
One is like that. Yes.
All right. If it looks very similar, I'm not going to try that one. What was the other one?
It was a
Cloudy liquid smells like the sea. Has a jellyfish bubble.
Right.
I'll give it a shot.
Sorry, I was
You love
calculating
salty things, right?
I was calculating your experience up to this point. You're not quite at level 4 yet.
I'll try to taste the potion that we don't have a good idea of what it is. And
Okay. As you taste that potion, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Oof.
Okay.
I'll
As
give
you
him
taste-
a dice of bardic inspiration.
Okay.
What do I have to roll?
An extra D6.
Yep. Hold on. Dice roller D6.
Even with the 12, you get the sense that this potion it feels like you have extra air available,
Okay.
and you begin to sort of discern that it gives you the ability. It almost feels like to breathe underwater.
Okay.
Fishman?
Potion of water breathing. No, so noted.
I would tell Will to hold on to that.
Yep.
Cause,
It even popped up on our screen.
only because I think that's very situational, and I don't think anybody's going to be holding on to that and be like, "Oh, quick! I gotta breathe underwater."
No, but funny, when you do have to breathe underwater, it's usually a pretty urgent need.
Well, let's hope we don't find that need today.
Yeah.
Ha
All
ha
right,
ha ha
so
ha.
let's, I guess, get back to the exploration. I guess will sneak forward again, scouting out a little bit.
Okay.
With Rorn.
Okay. Peering ahead, again, there are these stone steps that lead to the north, and the chamber is long and continues on towards the east. And the sound of the rapids here begin to kind of echo throughout the chamber. The stream here is much swifter.
Will suggests he will go to here to scout to this area.
Okay.
I suggest Rorn try the stairs and see what's there.
Okay. From there, Will, you can peer further on into the chamber, and as you do, you can see that the stream ends out into some sort of deep, dark crevice that leads down. Next to that is a pair of steps that seems to meet up with a natural, well, not really natural, carved set of stone stairs that begins to sort of rotate down into some other part of this cavern. As Rorn peers up, it seems like it leads into some sort of large chamber to the north that is filled with, let's see, what number is this? It seems like it's filled with all sorts of strange fungus.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. You guys are going to report that back to us?
Yeah, they can report that back to you. I'm going to assume that you are kind of waiting on this end of the chamber here.
Yeah, I'll call everyone up forward. And I'll explain that down this way looks like stairs going down to another level of this place. We should continue to explore this level, I would think.
I think you're right.
Before we do that.
I would agree.
All right.
You said the other room's full of fungus?
Yes.
Gentlemen?
Yeah.
I may be making the stupidest mage mistake I have ever made, but I will go forward and scout this room.
All right. Will back him up.
I'm not trying to hide, I'm just walking in.
Okay.
Will is hiding.
The chamber, as you peer above, this is a high-ceiling chamber, and it glows with a faint phosphorescence. There are a pair of stone steps leading up to your west. The stalks continue on to your east, and you can see there is some sort of ravine that separates another part of this chamber that seems to go straight up, maybe about 30 feet. And you can kind of catch the edge of it, but from where you are, it doesn't seem like anything's up there.
I will keep walking.
Okay.
All right. Will's going to scout towards the steps and take a look there.
Okay.
I'm just going to take a look around What do I see anything that could be dangerous? Room.
Peering
I wanna see if I-
around, why don't you go ahead and make a survival check on top of that perception check?
How'd that
Okay.
do?
The fungus are harmless. They're edible, but not particularly tasty. You think you can wander through the fungus without any significant harm.
I'll do that then.
I'll walk to the
Will-
east.
Okay. Will, peering upside, you see a familiar-looking chamber containing a number of sarcophagi.
All right, I'll go up the steps to the top of the steps here and try to get a better look.
Kent, as you're peering around in that direction, you get another view of the northernmost area there. The fungi surrounding the better portion of this chamber. Will, as you move to the top of the steps to get a better look of this cavern, this portion of it, I should probably stop
Whoa!
the music. You can see in this chamber just about almost 24 sarcophagi. And as you get close to the one near you, it has what appears to be some dwarven runes sculptured into it, and there is, yep. I might also add that the faces of the sarcophagi are carved in the image of grim-looking dwarven soldiers. The runes themselves look like they read out a number of dwarvish names. You assume either the occupants or the intended occupants of those. One of the ones that you see near you has an additional warning on it that says,
If you can read this, you're caught in the explosive runes.
Let's prepare to explode.
The additional runes record the occupant's date of death and additional great deeds that are performed in life. And the warning is a doom that awaits any who dares to defile the honorable dead. The name on the one close to you is Borgol the Old.
Does that ring a bell?
No. You assume it must be one of the captains that assisted Durgan in the Black, but that's merely an assumption. You don't know much else about the history of this place.
All right, I'm going to hold on. Let me see what I have in my little equipment bag. I don't have any way to record any of this, do I? Like writing anything. Anyone have any writing material?
Hold on.
I might.
Buy me a notebook.
I thought I did. I thought I had paper and pen, but I might not. Hold on.
I could.
I don't.
I could probably I could go to the back of my spell book and probably write it in.
Are you not able to add in on your journal as a note or something?
No, it's will want to write down all the names on the coffins.
Okay. I can say
take it back for informational purposes.
Okay. We can say for expediency's sake that if you want to do that, you can do that, and just remind me that you wrote it down if you forget.
What he'll actually do is he will, as he walks about the chamber, and as he goes from sarcophagus to sarcophagus, he will
Write a little song.
Write a little song as a memorization tool.
Okay. As you wander around all the different sarcophagi, there are two more names that stand out to you.
Okay.
The other two are Garen Orkdoom and Numik the Unlucky.
Okay, hold on. I gotta write these down in my journal.
And the one you saw earlier was Borgol the Old.
So that's hold on. Borgol the Old. The second one was.
I just typed it in there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Do I recognize that this is Draconic, or do I not know
It's
what that
Dwarvish.
language looks like? Or Dwarvish. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
You recognize it's Dwarvish.
But do I recognize it is Dwarvish?
Yeah, you would know enough to recognize it as Dwarvish, but you wouldn't be able to read it.
I'm going to see that that's Dwarvish and just head back on down these stairs and keep Rorn from coming up here. Just like, hey, buddy, nothing up that way.
I was going.
Got the rest of this cavern?
Rorn's going to continue to explore the northern part of the cavern after having been told that the rest of the spores aren't particularly dangerous. There's another ravine off to the northeast there that leads up. Or, no, excuse me, it leads down into some other chamber. Right? No, I'm sorry, it does lead up. It does lead up. Okay.
I'm gonna
There's
make
also
over...
a thin, narrow passage leading to the north.
I'm just gonna make my way over to the east a little bit more, just to see what else I can kind of see in this
Okay.
general direction.
All right. Tuck, are you doing anything in particular as all this is going on?
No.
Okay.
I'm letting those fools go around.
Okay.
Send my snake along over here with our 2 weak friends.
I'll move a little forward here just in case somebody does something really stupid.
Let me ask you, Kent. Do you have your torch out as you move in this direction?
Yes.
Okay. Just because you wouldn't be able to see otherwise.
Yes.
So yeah, there's a ravine of sorts that kind of continues up into some area up in that direction. Even from this area here. I'd like you to go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Hold on.
All right. You can see there is some sort of chamber leading off to the north there.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Is this where that chamber is, Kill?
Is that
I think it's here.
is that a ravine there?
Or was it
It's-
here?
Yeah, it's sort of a ravine. There's some sort of path continuing on to the north, on the top of the ravine. You're not quite able to make out much more from the bottom where you are. Will, Kurt, Tuck, the 3 of you are back there while the rest of your team is kind of splitting in this large chamber.
Yeah, I didn't know how long it would take me to get all the names, so I didn't want to take too many actions
Okay.
before everyone else had a chance to.
For the sake of this, you're probably still recording the names while they're exploring.
Yeah.
So, Kurt and Tuck.
Up next to my very smart friend. Stay
Okay.
within eye shot, I guess. I think I can see both of them. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, even from this distance.
Right,
Then I have my snake can run back to tell me.
Yeah, just for sanity's sake, will not be alone with the sarcophagi. He will. He will. If he finds himself alone, he will realize it and go back and rejoin the group.
Okay.
I'll keep looking a little bit more to the south here.
Dang.
Survival instincts are somewhat better than that.
Okay.
Did you just say,
continuing on.
dang it?
Yep.
Dang
I'm
it.
kidding. I was kidding.
Oh.
To the south, you can see the cavern continues on. You can also see there's a pair of double doors, or excuse me, not a double doors, but a large stone door on the far end of this chamber.
I'm going to kind of shortly walk back and say, hey guys, there's a big ass door over here. I don't know. I mean, all the phosphorescent mushrooms and stuff, it just seems not out of place, but certainly of interest.
What are you doing?
A door?
A door.
We'll go up to it and examine it.
Okay. As you do, go ahead and make a perception check. Okay, even with a 16. The carving to the door itself is, well, you can see is a silver rune, and the rune, it looks like a sword and a hammer overlaid on top of one another, which you recognize at this point to be Durgan the Blacksmith mark. There are heavy rivets that stud the surface of the rune, and there is a rusted sort of gleam on the door itself.
Yeah.
Kind of glancing at this, you get the sense that maybe the door is locked.
Locked and probably warded too, somehow.
You know,
Rorn says,
Where's Rorn?
Rorn
See
says,
see what you can do with that.
okay.
Put your compass on it.
Out of spite, he puts his compass on it. It's just glowing and it's just spinning. He puts it back in his
Door just
chest.
break. Damn.
Wishful thinking there, pal. And he puts his compass against the rune, kind of waits a few minutes, but nothing seems to happen. The compass, for the better part of the last few pieces of time, has just been glowing and it's just been spinning. It glue a little bit when Kent did its weird thing with it. Staff did its weird thing. It glue a little bit brighter and then kind of shimmered down a little bit. But he's going to take out his thief's tools and do what he can to kind of pick at this lock, and fails spectacularly. And he walks back and he says, "We'll need to find the key if we want to open this thing, or otherwise just hit it really, really hard."
I'm just going to move down here a little bit more because I see that the rest of this chamber keeps going.
Right. The rest of this chamber continues or empties out into a small portion of the cavern, but it's just more of this natural fungus that leads down to the south, and it just empties out into.
Did you say this is higher or lower?
What?
Over here. Sorry, to our north here.
I
Did it
go
go up
up
or maybe
lower.
go down?
I think I said lower originally. It climbs up. There are ravines that go
Oh,
up.
okay,
You're in the lower portion of this cave.
Okay, so this is the high ground. This is the low ground.
Yes, correct.
Okay, all right. See, I thought
I
it went the other way.
Yeah, I thought it did too, but it doesn't.
How
Fine.
high is that?
About 20 feet.
I was gonna send my snake up to 20 feet. That's nothing. He'll go up in the air here and then start going across over to it.
Okay. Your snake gets about to the top of there and it's attacked by two creatures that look like this.
Sexy.
Awesome.
Well, that doesn't look plant-based.
So both of these
Is that what you
creatures.
said?
What's that?
Or is that Grick?
Rick.
Grick. Got it.
All right, so they're both going to attack with their tentacle faces against your snake.
Oh, that's dead.
Oh, Killy, that's mean. Your dam was real.
And after it gets a hit on with its tentacles, it's going to poke at it with its beak, causing an immediate death saving throw. The other one is going to poke at it with its beak and cause a second death saving throw.
Holy shit, nice rolls.
I'd like all to roll initiative.
I rolled a 17. I didn't kill myself.
Okay.
Didn't roll yet.
You didn't roll either?
I haven't rolled
Oh.
yet. There we go. There we go.
Okay. All right. Make another death saving throw for Jafar.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Killed it.
All right. Kurt, you're up next. Your snake is getting picked apart by these two creatures.
From where I'm at. You hear me?
You can shoot them, yes, from where you are.
I'm gonna shoot that one, and I'm gonna use a bow.
You're gonna use a charge on it?
Yeah.
Okay. A 12 is not gonna break it.
Well,
Your arrow pings into the side of the ravine.
see how I could climb up there. So I'm just gonna try and move over this way, I guess, to get a better vantage for next turn, and I'll be done.
Okay. Rorn will go next. He has string, he has rope. Okay, he's gonna pull out some rope. And he's gonna spend his action tying a crowbar around it as he moves in this direction.
Guys, 8,000 daggers. When my snake gets down, he ties a crowbar to a rope. All right. All right.
Well,
Tuck, you're up next.
you know what's funny? It's not that different from what would happen if he was here.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna move here. And I'm going to throw my staff at motherfucker number 2 on the left.
All right.
You might have to get closer since it's
Oh, my
20 feet
lord.
up.
Not enough. Your staff pings against the side of the ravine.
And I bring the staff back.
All right. Will.
Okay.
Fuck is a Grick?
Will is going to. Will is going to cast Fairy Fire on them both.
Okay. So that's a 20-foot cube. Go ahead and just draw where you'd like that 20-foot cube to be.
15, 20.
All right. So Jafar, being unconscious, is automatically affected by it. The other two have to make a dexterity saving throw. Fail and fail. I assume that's a fail anyway.
Yeah, my DC is a 13.
Yep, so that's a fail. So what light would you like them illuminated in?
Bright yellow.
We'll allow it. Not that it matters. We'll give them a bright yellow
They're
light on
violet.
them.
Bright yellow. Nailed it.
And everyone gets advantage. Attacking them.
Yes, on attacks. All right. These two creatures.
Oh, wait, I'm going to... hold on. Sorry.
Move.
Yep. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I'll move back to here.
Okay. These two creatures, having been sufficiently had their attention drawn in your direction, are going to, for the time being, leave the snake alone. And they're going to drop with something of a bit of a flare right next to both of you. One attacking Rorn and one attacking Tuck. The one against Rorn is going to successfully hit with those tentacles. And we're looking at... okay. And then after sticking his tentacles on him, it's going to attempt to attack Rorn with its beak. And that will hit.
Yes.
Your rogue is looking terrible. All right. The second one is going to attempt to attack Tuck first with its tentacles. And it critically fails. Because it fails with the tentacles, it cannot attempt to hit you with its beak.
Okay.
All right. Kent, you're up next.
Well, seeing as I'm this close, burning hands at both of them.
All right.
And that arc should actually, I don't have to, I can do that without hitting Rorn, so we don't have to make him wake out anyway. But Tuck will be saved anyway.
Yeah, they'll be fine. And it's not going to reach high enough to hit Jafar, so. Okay. So they both make a dexterity save. Fail and fail. They get roasted in flames, however, they're still standing strong. All right. Jafar needs to make another death saving throw. Success. 2 fails, 2 successes.
Does it now?
You're up next.
Test.
What's up?
We can hear you.
Does it now? That was his third one. What happens at 3?
Are you sure that was 3? I could.
Let me check.
No, that was 4 technically, because they hit him twice for 2 fails, and then you succeeded once.
Well, they hit him twice for 2 fails on the
Originally-
ambush. Well, hang on. They hit him twice. They counted the 2 fails because of the ambush. And then we started initiative. You got 1 success. And then on the first round of combat, they dropped down to attack you. We're at the top of the second round. I'm fairly confident that's only the second success.
My original 2 rolls when they attacked me, 1 was a success and 1 was a fail. So I had 1 success from there. It was a 19 and a 6. Was a success, and then I immediately started combat and had to roll again. That was a 24 success. No,
Well,
14 success. Sorry.
Well, let's bring
Just
that
roll
back.
13.
So at the start of combat, your snake flew up there and got a surprise round by both of the Gricks. The first hit did enough damage that it knocked it out with the tentacles. Then it followed through with its beak, causing 1 failure. The second one attacked, hitting with its beak, causing a second failure. After that
The
surprise
roll for
round,
those, or were those just straight failures?
They were straight
those are straight failures. Because your snake is down,
Oh, okay.
if
okay.
it gets attacked while it's down,
Sorry.
if anything gets attacked while it's down, it counts as an immediate death saving failure on a death saving throw.
I
Basically,
thought
if
you
you're
told
down,
me to roll for him. Okay.
no.
I understand.
If the snake is not, if anybody is knocked unconscious and somebody gets an attack off on you while you're unconscious, it counts as an immediate failure to your death saving throws.
Okay, then you're right. I was wrong.
Okay.
Cool. Attack this one closest to me then.
Okay.
Let me. Darn. So I'm going to use another charge, and then I have advantage because of fairy fire.
Yes, they're eliminated.
There you go.
Jesus.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
So, 13 points coming in his direction. He is looking pretty bloodied.
Now, see, I was a damn idiot because I forgot I had advantage on that roll. Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna
Doesn't matter
run
on
up
a
to the
death
cliff
sentence.
here.
Yeah, advantage doesn't matter on a check. So, all right.
No, but it would have mattered for the damage, maybe.
Yep.
All right, don't worry about it.
All right. Rorn is going to take his crossbow. Well, he's actually kind of engaged here, but he's actually going to take his crossbow rope thing, and he's going to kind of chuck it up at the top of the ravine and see if he can't get the crossbow to kind of sink into a part of the rocky chunk that is this thing. And he has to make a athletics check. Fortunately, it's good enough. So there is a rope secured that climbs up into the ravine right where Rorn is. However, because he's kind of engaged, he is going to use his bonus action to attack with his offhand rapier. And that will connect. And that'll be his turn. No, you know what? Because he has fancy footwork. Well, that, and he has fancy footwork and landed an attack. He's going to go ahead and move, climbing up the ravine as much as he can. And he gets to about here. Tuck, you're up next.
So the one right above me is looking ragged.
Yes.
The one on the right just got hit by
Rorn, which you would actually get an advantage. Not that it matters, you roll the same thing.
Okay, I'm going to attack the one on the right with my staff.
All right. Yes.
I will hit him with an unarmed strike.
Okay. Will also hit. He's almost dead. Not quite dead, but almost dead.
Flurry of blows.
Okay.
Oh.
Not enough.
I figured.
All right. Will, you're up next.
Okay. The one here,
Sure.
I'm going to cast. Yeah, I'll just insult it.
All right. Okay.
Your mother's a garden hose and your father's a platypus.
All right. The attack hits. And this thing is kind of howls in some sort of pain. All right. Are you making any additional movement?
No, I'm good where I am, I think.
Okay. These two will go next. Having had more or less enough, they're going to attempt to flee. This one first. Tuck, I'd like you to make an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Not with advantage, but
Nope. Sorry.
well, I guess it would get
Well,
advantage
either way.
because it still has the
Yeah.
violet fairy fire in it. So yeah, as it tries to flee, you kind of quickly bash it. And then as the other one flees, or attempts to flee in that direction, Kent, I'd like you to start by making an attack of opportunity
All right, 1 second.
with advantage.
Yeah. Let me grab out my quarterstaff.
Okay. So yes, that will connect. They won't quite kill it though. Are you expending any additional charges?
No, not on this if it's running away from me. And I haven't
Okay.
been hurt yet.
Yeah, true enough. All right. It's going to go back more in this direction. Tuck, go ahead and make a second attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Yeah, good enough. All right, so the last of these creatures dies. And you're out of combat.
Okay.
Now that you're out of combat, Rorn's going to lean down and grabbing whatever bandages and whatever he has, he's going to quickly try to stabilize Jafar. Jafar is stabilized.
Real fast, was it Robin Hood, the animated Disney one, where the snake ends up getting wrapped entirely in bandages at some point during the thing?
That's more or less what it looks like now. There is a rope that leads up to this part of the ravine.
Snake!
Yeah, I guess we'll herp derp up.
Yeah.
What happens when
You herp-derp your way.
it's stabilized? What does that work? How does that work?
Basically means he's unconscious and he's not dying anymore.
Still has 0 hit points, right?
Still at 0 hit points. Still unable to take actions.
I'll throw a cure light wounds on it, or cure wounds on it.
Okay. Rorn asks if you can toss one in his direction too.
Say I can do that.
Sure. There's one
You
for Ron.
anything. Oh, if you're doing it, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'll do it.
Okay.
So Ron.
All right. He thanks you profusely.
All right, I guess we're all climbing up.
Yeah, and we'll scout, I guess, with Rorn. Like
All right.
before.
Okay.
Okay. Moving ahead. Inside this rocky ledge, this leads into sort of a steep, irregular sort of rock fall. The mouth of this cavern, as you enter in, is crooked, but you're able to kind of enter in anyway, all the same. Inside, you see there are a number of bones and rubble and refuse kind of scattered about. You assume probably the remains of the victims of those 2 creatures that you just killed.
Remains. Probably something worth finding in there. Let's look about.
Make a perception check. Okay. You do find scattered among all of the remains, firstly, a suit of scale mail, and a number of scattered coins. The coins total out to be 200 copper, 180 silver, and 60 gold.
Does the scale mail look better or worse than what I'm already wearing?
Um,
Our class just said, I want the best in life.
Where's my scale? Okay. The scale mail looks like standard scale mail. What are you currently wearing?
It's nothing impressive.
You can make an Arcana check to make sure out beyond a shadow of a doubt, but
Great. Don't know anything about it. Okay. It looks standard to me. I'll keep on what I have.
Okay, into the bag of holding it goes.
sure.
You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just.
No,
hold
those
on.
were heavy thuds. I was making sure nobody fell the fuck over.
I was pulling my player's handbook out of my stack of books on my desk.
Hey guys,
Okay.
real fast. If you guys go to move north, just move me with you real fast. I will be right back.
Okay.
So let his dogs back in.
Scale is medium armor.
Yes.
Imposes disadvantage on stealth, however.
Oh,
That's
well.
why it's only worth 50 gold.
That's also why he's not the one making stealth checks.
Yes. Okay.
All right. What are you guys doing?
I guess we want to go back to here.
Okay.
And do our stealthy sneaking about.
Okay.
Recon.
The passage continues into a narrow area that forks out into two different areas. However, as you kind of move forward, you see it does kind of even out to be more or less the same. However, you do notice there's a passage that leads off to the left there.
All right, I'll sneak up to there and look down it.
Okay. Peering inside, firstly, that the chamber continues or curves off into the southeast beyond from where you can see without crawling into the chamber itself. But inside the chamber itself, there is you can see a trickle of water that seeps down from the hillside above along the far end of the chamber here, leading into a thin patch of water. The water creates a protrusion of some sort of yellow fungus. There are weird puffballs, caps, and patches of mold in a variety of colors, but mostly yellow. There's a golden brown carpet of mold that covers an old skeleton in rusted mail right here in the southern portion of the room. And you can see there's a narrow passage back here. And the skeleton's hands are two surprisingly bright short swords.
That looks mighty toxic.
Rorn's going to scout ahead and make a nature check.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay. Rorn relays the following information back to you. That the yellow mold here is toxic if touched and releases a sort of toxic spore. However, if it is exposed to either sunlight or fire, it will be destroyed.
I ask, does this like poison damage?
It will poison you.
Oh, well, me being the superior race and all, you stupid human, I cannot be poisoned!
Yeah, but let's burn it away all the same.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Well, I don't want to burn what's underneath.
No,
Skeleton
I
has
don't
anything.
know that we will.
Okay. Fire and cause some toxic fumes, that's fine. I'll breathe it in.
Kent, little help?
You have to wait till he gets back before he can give you an answer.
All right. We'll just keep an eye towards here as well. Make sure we're not going to get snuck up on by anything.
Okay. Pant, as you kind of pay your attention up in that direction, I'd like you to go ahead and make a perception check. Okay. You hear it faint, but something sounds like this.
Coming from...
Sounds like an animal.
The north.
Like this area here?
Yes.
Okay, well, there's a big solid wooden
gate
there that I'm gonna just, again, be alert, make sure nothing's sneaking up. I can see pretty well in the dark, so.
Yep.
What about up here?
Oops.
Do I get a view of that?
Not from this distance.
Okay. I'm gonna take a quick abbreviated bio. I'll be right back.
Sure.
I'm tempted just to walk in. Tuck, what do you think?
You're the only one who can because it's poison damage.
Go. I walk in. What happens? Anything?
You walk on top of the spores.
All
all
over.
of this. Okay. Walking on top of the spores, they all release just clouds upon clouds of yellow noxious fumes begin to billow along in the room here. Now, however, as a snake man, you can't be poisoned, period, right?
Yeah, I'm immune to all poison, both damage and condition.
Okay. So the toxic fume just kind of fills up this room. As I mentioned before, there are two short swords that appear to be surprisingly clean on that corpse there. As you enter into the room here, covered in more yellow fungus, you can see there's another corpse of some kind in that chamber. And that one appears to be human, whereas the one you're next to is a dwarf. and the human one appears to be wearing some kind of, or still seems to have a helmet on him.
All right, I'm back.
Right,
Sorry,
I'll,
guys.
You're
Okay.
okay. The
For
short
which
swords out
okay.
and throw them on the ground so they can examine them, and I'll go back in for the other one.
Okay. The helmet is steel, regular old steel helmet, but is chased with silver. And one of you might want to write this down because Will's not here. But the helmet itself, you estimate to be worth about 110 gold pieces. Rorn will pick up these short swords, and he's going to make an Arcana check. Yeah, he can't quite make it out.
All right.
But as he looks at the swords, he does notice that each of them have Durgadin Smith mark on them. He'll wander over to you, Kent, and he'll ask if you'd be willing to identify them.
Fellas, obviously no problem, right?
Yeah, that should be fine. I don't care.
Okay. All right, so we're going to spend 10 minutes, and I will cast Identify.
Okay.
Look around the room just to make sure I didn't miss anything that would have taken actual perception.
It's kind of hard to see with the toxic. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see with the toxic fumes now covering this entire portion of the cavern.
Pant, can you deduct that?
He might be AFK.
Okay.
He's not there.
But
hey guys, I caught my my daughter sneakily trying to stay awake. I gotta just put it down real quick. I'll be right back.
No problem.
That's fine.
I had to let the dog out for one last time. Dude, my since I got that dog, right? I mean, he's 8 years old now. He does not handle heat well. Yellow lab, right? So during the summer when I put my air conditioner in, he really doesn't like coming up to my bedroom because I'm on the 3rd floor and it's like a twisty staircase to get up here. Man, he laid out tonight for like 3 hours just chilling because it was so cool in here.
Okay. If you're going to cast Identify on the short swords, those are the short swords. Rorn's going to ask if he can take those for himself.
I think that's fair.
You have +1 short swords. In addition, the swords have 6 charges. You recover 1d4 charges. I mean, yeah, he can have them. I'm just reading them.
I'm sure the other guys would think that that's fair as well.
Great.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Maybe it will inspire some combat activities. Or not.
See, maybe he'll just throw some daggers. We don't know.
Oh, did I miss anything other than you finding a gaseous cavern?
Those 2
not
swords
really.
and a helmet. Helmet offers no bonus. 100 and something gold. I think you said 110. Is that right?
The helmet is a steel helmet inlaid with silver. It's worth about 110 gold entirely.
Chat, cool.
Hey, Garen, do you get, just as a monk, I mean, I know you're basically fighting naked most of the time, do you get any bonus from, like, any kind of armor set? Like,
In armor, he loses AC.
Yeah, I lose AC if I wear armor. The goal is to not.
What about monk robes? No, nothing there?
The robes wouldn't, unless they were enchanted, wouldn't provide any additional benefit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most are
He just chooses not to because he's a...
He likes showing off.
Motherfucker. Dun, dun, dun. Do we just want to drag him along and keep going?
Who are you talking about?
You mean Paint?
No. It's yeah, I will. I'm just typing in the detail for this short swords into Rorn's character sheet.
Okay, yeah, then take your time.
I'm back for. I have to go back and tuck her in when she's ready. But what did I miss?
Your rogue got some magic short swords.
Yeah,
Oh,
deducting Identify. from our
Gold.
overall gold?
Yeah.
So deduct 100 gold and 1 silver, and then add a helmet worth 110 gold.
Just a plain helmet.
It's a
Silver
steel
on it.
helmet with a silver inlay.
And that's worth how much?
110.
And hold on. Yellow. Gold. We got the steel, silver helmet. And we got, there's 2 short swords.
No, they went to Rorn. They were enchanted.
Yeah,
We
no,
just
that's
identified
fine.
them.
I just want to keep track of.
Yes, yeah, we got. It
alright.
should be in your magical items list now. They're called Fire and Fury.
Rorn. Fire and Fury. Okay. Very good. It looks awesome. Okay. I guess I'm caught up.
All right.
Wow, that's a kick-ass set of swords.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll move north.
Okay.
Yeah, let's I guess sneak and scout again.
All right. As you move further on to the north, the gate to your south is made of sturdy timber, although somewhat crude. It is latched on the outside, and it seems to completely seal a smaller cave to the east there. To the north, it curves out into a small natural cavern.
Okay.
Anything in there? Nothing?
You can make a perception check if you want to find out for certain.
That looks like an area where a monster would hide.
19. It's pretty good.
Okay. All right. Peering deep into the cavern here, you catch sight as 2 more foul-smelling troglodytes are trying to sneak around, but you catch them before they get the opportunity.
Aha!
So go ahead and roll initiative, folks.
Okay.
You guys are still awake?
Oh
Give me a
shit!
second, guys.
I'm sorry, I hit that with advantage, but it didn't roll it twice. Okay.
That's why you see me roll twice every time, because it doesn't do advantage on initiative rolls for some reason.
I didn't click on myself again. I got a 6.
You're terrible with that tonight. You're tired, aren't you?
Yes. And I'm working at the same time I'm doing this, so.
We'll finish up here shortly.
Yeah, I kind of figured we were getting toward the end of the night.
Okay. All right. Jafar will go first.
No, it won't. He
No.
got a 9, and this guy got a 20.
And Tuck got a 6.
Yes.
All right. So you'll go first, Kurt.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna shoot the one on the left with my bow.
Okay.
Not mean to do the cold damage. I just wanted the normal damage. Sorry.
Okay.
Let me take that off. Okay. So yeah, it
Yeah.
does a 13 hit.
Yeah, it will connect. Your sky reels back and hisses at you.
All right, it's my turn. I'll stay here.
Kent.
I will move to here.
'Kay.
And this is the one he attacked?
Yep.
I'll hit that with firebolt.
All right. Yep, that'll connect. And it's enough damage that it burns up and dies.
Okay. I'll
All right.
stay there.
I'm back, sorry.
Rorn's going to move up. He's going to use his new short swords and slice away at this thing. It's not going to do the fire damage. He's not expending a charge. I just haven't set it up to not have the charge. He'll call out whether or not he wants to use it in the future. But the 6 will connect. He'll attack. I guess because Will's there, he adds the sneak attack damage. So 12 and 6 is 18. And that's going to be enough that that one dies. So you're out of combat.
Okay. I like that kind of combat.
I guess search that area.
There's nothing within the area itself, but if you want to search the bodies, I'll allow you to make a perception check.
Here.
On the bodies, you find one of them has a what appears to be some sort of iron statue of a dwarf, and you estimate it must be maybe about 25 gold.
So noted.
Okay.
Do we want to see what's to the east of us and kind of
Yeah, the gate would not be difficult to open. It just kind of slide a bar and lift it.
Yeah, but wait, there was something growling, whatnot in there. Can I see anything?
No, the gate's kind of blocking the way. Can't really peer inside.
Can't peer through it, huh?
Nope.
Will a snake fit through there?
You would have to lift it at least a little bit.
All right. The snake is readied. Let's lift her a little bit.
All right.
Okay.
I'm lifting it a little bit.
What do you need? A strength check or something?
Do for you.
Kelly?
I double check. No, you don't need to make any sort of strength check.
All right, so
Just
I raise it just enough for the snake to get in.
Okay. You see a large brown bear inside.
Well, it seems to be there's some sort of not snake animal in there, and it's very large.
I'm good with leaving it alone, guys. I don't know about what you guys feel like.
I'll tell you what. I'll make you a promise. I will leave that alone for right now because we did not listen to your advice when we were on the upper levels. But I would say
next week.
That we come back to it later.
Oh, we can come back to it later. I just see nothing to gain by killing this
There's
creature.
a big cavern that's empty behind it.
Yeah. A few trinkets at most.
We're here to kill evil. Let's kill some bears. Not tonight.
There, it's not evil. It's just a wild creature.
If the
Kurt, your
ranger,
natural
Were it evil, I would not protest.
Kurt, your natural ranger instincts tell you that that something, possibly the troglodytes, has been probably keeping this guy down here as a pet of some kind. And you would know enough about the natural world to know that the bear is probably kept in here and expects food, and whether or not he's used as any sort of combat is hard to say.
Wait,
Not without inspecting it a bit closer.
How about this?
wait, to figure out if it's good at combat, you have to get in combat range to inspect it.
Your little baby troglodyte is kind of peering around inside and croaks a little bit.
Everyone come over here next to Jafar. He's like running around. He goes, come over here. Over here?
Let's slide a trog body under the door to feed it.
I'm going to grab a trog door and pull it over.
Okay. As you throw it in, you hear the sound of the bear kind of sniffing around at it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, all right. Everyone get out of the way. I'm going to open this cage and try to funnel it.
All right. I'm going to, if you're telling me that, I'm going to go over here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if a corner's the best place, but definitely not in its path for sure.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
I want it to go here. I
Out.
don't know how to draw.
You want it to go out the
This
way?
way.
Yeah. You want to see if it runs for
So
freedom?
you guys should we'll run out towards that stream. So Rorn, you might want to move. I don't know if you're hidden there.
Um,
Oh, how do I select that? Who's drawing that?
All right. I'm sorry. I forgot to add one thing. On the north here, it curves out into this map. Actually, it opens out into a tunnel, and the tunnel opens out as you peer kind of deeper down. It goes down for a few feet, but it looks like it leads outside.
Oh, up here?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Let's make it go out there. So Rorn, move out of the way, and then I'll open this up, and
Gladly.
then all right. Is there like a lever or something that opens it, or do I have to pull it up?
There's a latch that kind of holds it in place that you have to pull out, and then you just kind of lift it like a hood.
All right, I'll do that, and I lift it like a hood, and I say, "Come on, this way," and then I'll try to. Ooh, I handle the shit out of that bear. All right, come on, bear. Come on.
And he just all right. The bear wanders out into the wild, more than happy to be let free.
Oh, that's cute.
Let's go in the room and see what's there.
5 more bears. Oh.
5 more bears.
Perception.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check. You find in the far corner of the room a pot filled with what looks like honey.
You would.
It was fucking Winnie the Pooh.
And a picnic basket.
Yeah, I have an actual question for you. Okay, so I know that this was something designed by D&D. Was the honey actually there? Okay.
Oh no, that was me.
Okay, that's pretty funny. I'll taste some honey. I'll leave most of it, but I like honey. I'll take a little dip and put it in my mouth, and then head on out.
The only way you could have made that better, if at the right before the gate there was a corpse of a pig.
Fucking pickle.
Jeez.
Hey, if you're playing like a Baldur's Gate or something like that, you just think like a good deed.
Are we going to try for that door again or not? Or
sure. This one over here to the right.
Yeah,
What door?
the one back down here.
Well, we need a key, right?
Or we can push on it very hard.
Rorn tried to pick it earlier, and it didn't happen. And as he did, he said you either had to hit it really, really hard or find the key.
Let's just beat it down.
Well, wait a minute. That statue that you picked up earlier, does that have any significance, maybe? There's no place for a...
No, not in the store.
Okay, I'm just figuring I guess.
Yep.
Rorn has a key on his person from earlier that we used for something else. Can he try it on that?
You use that key on the prison upstairs. You could try it, and it doesn't fit.
I don't have any blunt weapons. Can I borrow a blunt weapon from somebody?
I'll give you a crowbar.
Yeah, sure. Give me that crowbar. I'll beat the shit out of this door.
Tuck's cock.
You just bang. Jeez. So you're just banging the stone door with a crowbar?
Oh.
Crowbar it open with the crowbar. But if that doesn't work, I will bang it if I need to.
Make a strength check with advantage.
Yeah.
I might also add for your remembrance that there was another chamber to the south. Okay, you try to pry this thing open, but the strong dwarven door with this silver mark just doesn't seem like it's going to budge, even with your crowbar.
Want to double crowbar this with me? See how it works? I think we have 2, right?
I would like to offer, but my strength sucks.
I'll try it with you, maybe.
Okay.
Yes.
Go for it.
Here we go.
Not enough.
What the hell?
16, whatever.
This door will not budge.
Okay.
No. The door is just not budging. Period.
When you said there's a chamber to the south, you're referring to the steps going down?
Correct.
Let's go that way then, I guess.
Do we want to go down yet? Or wait until Wednesday?
If you want to call it here as a good place to stop, we can do that.
I mean, we're out of immediate danger so far as I could tell, right? And we've pretty much searched this entire fucking level, which is gargantuan.
Mm-hmm.
Level 2.
You've searched every chamber.
With their sarcophagus at all.
We can take a short rest here in front of the door, and then go down.
Okay, Rorn's open to that idea, having hurt himself a little bit earlier.
I'd be up for a short rest because I could get a few spell slots back, I think.
All right.
And my mage armor would still be active. And I think I get 2 level 1 spells back. So yeah, I'm up for that.
All right. Are we doing a Song of Rest as part of this?
Oh yeah,
All right.
always assume always.
Assume
Yep.
always.
Okay. All right. So we'll take a short rest, and
That's if you spend a hit die to regain hit points, you get an extra d6.
Yeah.
so if you want to spend your hit die, you can go ahead and spend your hit die.
Yeah, my hit die maxed me out anyway, so I'm not going to bother.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm at maximum.
Okay. And you have not quite hit enough experience yet to hit level 4. You'll probably hit that in the middle of next session.
That's
Okay.
fine.
So I got to
So-
get ready for level 4.
You guys get some juicy shit at level 4, don't you?
Feet. We all get a feat.
Yeah, I just get a feat.
Well,
Well,
You-
or
you-
ability.
or-
You get 2 ability points.
I think I'm going for
Or-
ability feats myself, but anyway.
I like the flavor of feats. I don't know.
I'm going straight. Well, there's not that many casting ones, so I'm going straight up to improve my DC.
I have 2 odd numbers that I can pop up. It'll give me 2 armor class out of it too. So I'm gonna shoot for that. I think.
Yeah, I'm really torn. I don't know what direction we're gonna go in. But
Well,
we'll find out.
hey, is your
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
all right? I'm going to end the recording real fast.
Mhm.
Okay.